Attention true crime community. True crime community has been infiltrated.
We are dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. Search but you stay lost.
Is compromised.
We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are.
True crime community has been infiltrated.
Yes, Mr. Yes, Mr. Yes.
Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yo, I got a lot of shit to say, so I'ma do this every day. I'll be writing things until I'm fucking buried in my grave. 6 feet deep under, but my body won't decay. Cause my messages are timeless, so they'll put them on display. Oh yeah, I rap with a certainty, I have a sense of urgency. A message for eternity, for everyone internally. I had some people burning me, but now they fucking learn to see I ain't the one to fuck with. Now they looking nervously, and I don't really care what you think of me respectfully. You can kick rocks if you think you're fucking better, see. I will outwork you, turn you to an enemy. Hurt you so bad that you're gonna need some therapy. I got the motherfucking recipe. I've been cooking up hits, I'ma leave a legacy. You'll be looking small when you're standing right next to me. I'm 5'10", bitch, but I'm 10 feet. Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yeah, I'ma do it my way.
You work at a fucking gym, and you're 45!
I do not want any spies or snitches stuck to my chest.
I can't contain it, I'm coming out with a statement. You really changed, man, all your music and arrangement. You don't know shit, shut your mouth, you can save it. I'm the same dude that got his come up from the basement. 100 songs, 100 weeks, didn't change it. Experiments, development, intelligence, and patience. I'll do it all again, cause I never feel complacent. Let's keep the good vibes, positivity's contagious. I'm never looking back, cause I made a life that's passionate. A college graduate suppressing all his talents, yeah. He found a way to go and change, become an advocate. For taking control of your life, go out and battle. And you think you have a dream, then act on it. Get after it, get out your head and fucking capture it. You got one life to master it. Don't give up on your future, we all start losers. We're all late bloomers, gotta struggle through the sewer. What you say? Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yeah, I'ma do it my way.
So that's his rules, and you can't stick with us. Whatever. Those rules aren't real. You can't stick with us!
Get ready for the shit show. Smoke them if you got them. Make sure you have your cigarettes. Make sure you have your drinks. Make sure you have all your stuff ready, because it's going to be a hell of a day today. Understand me when I say people are fucking sick of this.
I need you again, so stick around. So stick around.
She told her subs and everybody to get ready for the shit show that was going to be put on today. She was well aware of it before it happened. She told you to get your cigarettes, your snacks, and your drinks.
So stick around.
Say that I wasn't including Queen Bee, okay? I've said that on every single live. I'm not talking about Queen Bee. I'm not talking about Queen Bee. Guess what? I was fucking talking about Queen Bee.
Leave the world around us. They don't need to know. Come find me where the sun sets and say you'll never let me go. You're the one I want. Say you'll leave me. Hide away I love. Don't let go. I know you feel the same. Say you need me. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love. Broken love. You'll always be my broken love. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love.
Queen Bee, bring information on Queen Bee. We're done with Queen Bee. Queen Bee's in my crosshairs. There's Queen Bee's channel. Queen Bee thinks she can. But Queen Bee is reformed. I bet you Queen Bee gets tricked. Queen Bee.
Fake PI trash bag bitch is so obsessive.
They don't know how we love when we're letting close. With you, I know I belong. Without all eyes on us, you're the one I want. Say you need me, hide away I love. Don't let go. I know you feel the same. Say you need me, 'cause you'll always be my broken love. Broken love. You'll always be my broken love. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love.
Queen Bee would think she could.
Anybody at Queen Bee show earlier.
We talked about Queen Bee and stuff. I didn't listen to Queen Bee's.
I heard Queen Bee. We got bailing on Salty for Queen Bee, and some people not the Queen Bee. I don't understand why anybody's afraid of her.
About Queen Bee over here on Queen Bee.
Queen Bee, show her face, show her face, show her face.
That's real rich coming from somebody who wears pantyhose on his face every live.
You'll always be my broken love.
Walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for me. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been...
Yo, what's happening? What is happening? How y'all doing today? we had to come on here and talk about this. Aidan Kearney. Oh, you want to come on? Okay, I was gonna say I didn't know if you had time, but I figured you would. Get your tail feather up here. Did you? There's people that really like. There's people that support. Well, actually, what did I just do? I just removed the damn link. I tried to pin it and removed it. Let me put this back up here.
Hey,
what's up, Tim?
I think sometimes like God or some kind of entity has decided to like intervene, because I had a very short day. Like literally the person that was supposed to do the appointment didn't show up, and I got home early, and I find out this news on Discord, and I feel like there's a divine intervention, like a force of nature that wanted me to be home at this particular time and said, you know what? Got to be home.
He was just the TurtleBoy was just on the Glare.
Core TV, Tim Pool, a lot of those places that just gave him a pass.
Well, and I just seen Chasing Truth posted on her Twitter saying, she said something about they don't want to know the answer. They don't. Let me go see what it said. Something about they don't want to know. Yeah, hold on. Let me go see what it says. Kind of caught me off guard for a second. I was like, what the hell? TurtleBoy arrested. People don't want to hear the truth. Then it says, replying to Chasing Truth, free TurtleBoy, free Karen Reed. And then it's got some news article or something with it, like a news post. So I'm guessing
she does realize that
there's people that stand behind TurtleBoy, and then there's people that don't, like Kate from, like Masshole Troll Report. She is no.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you do realize that he was doing witness intimidation. He was going to where the witnesses were and harassing them at, sporting events.
In my opinion, he's way worse than the two or three we've been talking about for the last 6 months. So I mean, I don't know. I guess, like I said, it caught me off guard. I just seen it on Twitter. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, I mean, like, he's been harassing these people for quite a while. And there's a difference between a reporter reporting the story and then basically putting the facts out there and having that, discussion about, is Karen Reed innocent? Here's the evidence. Here's the proof I got dug up from here, to actually going to people's houses and all that harassment. So I don't know how anyone can condone that and think that's appropriate. If you are in the true crime community and you believe it's inappropriate for the people to be stalked and doxxed in real life. But, we're going to do mental gymnastics. We're going to do gold medal mental gymnastics to justify why we cheerlead this guy a week ago. So let's continue that. Let's play that game. Just saying. Makes no fucking sense to me. Because that's, to me, is like, I don't mind a person reporting the story and reporting the facts of the case or their interpretation of the facts of the case and stuff like that, and digging down deep into the full thing, because there are corruption in the police department. There is corruption, but you know what? Harassing witnesses to a murder trial who are not even suspects in the case, nah, I'm not down with that. Not down with that. Never will be down with that. I don't care how many subs I get. I don't care if I get subs. I don't care if I get money. I'm not down with that. But some people are. And I warned people, right, Queen? Didn't we play a clip of this guy, like the DA, a month ago, disavowing this the TurtleBoy guy? And what was his response? He was threatening the DA when he was in his car. So Queen's like getting the clip ready or something. I don't know what she... Or
I was looking for the clip or getting the clip where he was arrested because it shows on there. And then they were like, do you have anything to say for yourself? And he's like, I sure hope they know this car was parked over here.
Please play that.
What the hell?
Yeah. I mean, what do you think of this whole thing? And I'm hopefully more people jump up, because I like to hear other people's opinions, even the people that disagree with me. I would love for someone who disagrees with me jumping up.
I mean, I don't know. There's a whole lot. It's a whole lot. So
yeah, if you disagree with me and you think he's doing, it's not harassment, please jump up. If you do agree with me, please jump up. Anyone can jump up. I love more people to jump up, believe me. But if you want to play the clip, I'll keep quiet. I'll keep quiet. I'm doing good, little dove. Yeah, even if you agree with me, you can jump up. I don't mind. I don't mind. Anyone can jump up. I like hearing other people's opinions and like getting other people's perspectives on this stuff. You know. And the sad thing is that there are good arguments, for the case of like the innocence of Karen Reed, and there are good arguments for her being guilty. But unfortunately, it's being fucking smeared all over and ruined, and this whole community is being like fucking trashed and looking like the worst fucking community in the world because of people like TB, because it's TurtleBoy.
Do you have anything to say to the charges? What do you have to say?
I hope they find that Ford Edge that was parked outside. We got you.
Do you have anything to say to the charges?
So there he is in handcuffs being taken in. And he goes, do you have anything to say, about the charges? And he's like, I sure hope they find.
Oh, his arraignment's being shown. They're saying,
yeah,
where's the clip?
Yeah, it's right here. Here. It's let me see. I just had it pulled.
I'm sorry, Queen. I'm fucking you up.
Yeah, you are, but it's okay. It is. It's hard to hear it though. Like there's like the volume's all the way up, but you can't hardly hear it. So it's live.
Do you regret it? And what's your scumbag husband up to now? Are you going to visit him in prison? Do you think they'll have conjugal visits? Please give me a call back when you get this and we can chat some more. Bye, girl. Following the phone call at the 108 mark, Kearney accessed the social media accounts of the company that Elizabeth worked for and laughed as he stated the pages were taken down and stated the TurtleBoy effect. Oh God. Both Mike and Elizabeth Proctor stated they felt harassed by the acts of Kearney. On Monday, September 25th, 2023, at 6:26 p.m., a Facebook account believed to be used by Kearney, which is Clarence Woods Emerson, is the name, posted the following message. Anyone in Canton want to take a couple of pictures for me? DM me, please. At 6:53 p.m., the Facebook post was edited with the phrase, update all set day. On September 25th, 2023, at 8:04 p.m., an X account, formerly Twitter, associated with Kearney, posted this message and photograph. The post depicts the front of 6 Wentworth Road in Canton, home of Michael and Elizabeth Proctor. The white Jeep Wrangler in the photo belongs to Jennifer McCabe. And there are photographs that are appended to this report I'm reading from, Judge. The following day, Kearney broadcast a YouTube video. At the 19-minute mark, Kearney stated that he ran the plates of the vehicle depicted in the photograph. Kearney showed photographs of 3 vehicles parked at the address. He showed photographs of each vehicle and stated the registered owners of the vehicles by name, Michael Proctor and Elizabeth Proctor. The term ran in regard to a motor vehicle registration is commonly used in law enforcement. The term means the information was queried through law enforcement database for the purpose of obtaining information. Kearney used the information in a blog entitled Kenton Cover-Up Part 161. Jen McCabe was seen at the Proctor's house at 6 p.m. tonight, despite allegedly not knowing them personally. I would parenthetically state, Judge, that it was later determined through an investigation by state police that a dispatcher in the local police department made contact with Kearney and unlawfully and illegally accessed the Registry of Motor Vehicles database to provide him with information he was not entitled to. Information maintained by the Registry of Motor Vehicles is accessible to law enforcement through the Criminal Justice Information Service. Authorized individuals have personalized access to the CJIS logins and accounts. Recertification standards, which include lessons and tests, continuously assert that CJIS users are trained to the standards and do not disseminate protected private information unless for a legitimate law enforcement purpose. That described in Massachusetts Code of Regulations 803 CMR 7.09. On Tuesday, September 26, 2023, Lieutenant John Fanning of the Massachusetts State Police conducted a CJIS audit to determine if any CJIS user queried the following: Massachusetts registrations. I will omit the registrations at this point, Judge, but one is for Matthew McCabe's vehicle, who is Jennifer McCabe's husband. Another is for Michael Proctor's vehicle. Another one for Elizabeth Proctor's vehicle. The audit produced results indicating that all three vehicles were queried by, I'll leave the individual's name out, a dispatcher in the local police department, saved JIS account at 6:22:19 p.m., 7:05:43 p.m., and 7:10:44 p.m. respectively. This individual is employed as a civilian dispatcher. On Wednesday, September 22nd, 2023, Lieutenant Fanning and Sergeant Yuri Buchanek interviewed Webb at the Avon Police Department. Individual stated she remained employed for a period of 3 years, and goes on to indicate that the query was made at the defendant's request. I'll skip some of this, Judge. The dispatcher provided her cell phone to investigators. Investigators observed communication between the dispatcher and Clarence Wood Emerson, the pseudonym used by the defendant, on a Facebook message or on the cell phone on September 25th at 6:18 p.m. Dispatcher sends the message, "What you got? I'm here till 8 a.m. Clarence responds, "Sorry, H500," which was a registration. After several messages back and forth, dispatcher sends the message, "Matt McCabe," to which Clarence responds, "Got him. It's parked at Michael Proctor's house as we speak. Thanks, this is huge." Dispatcher responds with a message again, "Please keep me private. I don't anticipate fucking up in life and never want the wrath of you." At 7 p.m., Clarence sends the message, "Of course. Any chance you could run 2 more? Dispatcher, sure." Clarence sends pictures of 2 vehicles parked in the driveway, at Wentworth Road. The dispatcher sent Clarence 80 blank numbers Proctor. Clarence then asked about another registration. "Is that Lizzie?" To which the dispatcher replied, "Yes, Lizzie, Elizabeth Proctor." Dispatcher said she has read TurtleBoy blog posts in the past and has followed his media regarding Karen Reed closely. A check of Webb's Facebook page information publicly available believes she is friends with Clarence Woods Emerson. Dispatcher has posted numerous posts and comments on content on Facebook supporting Karen Reed's innocence and copying Kearney's claim of police cover-up. On a YouTube video posted on October 2nd, 2023, Kearney acknowledged it is illegal to obtain information about the registered owner of a motor vehicle and discussed why it should be legal. I interviewed Jennifer McCabe regarding the incident. She stated she had never met Elizabeth Proctor or Michael Proctor prior to September 2023. Since the first meeting several weeks ago, Jennifer and Elizabeth have communicated regarding the constant harassment, intimidation, and public attacks. Jennifer stated they bonded over sharing the ongoing experience. She traveled to Elizabeth's home to discuss the harassment they have both been subjected to. Based upon the foregoing facts, it's probable that Aidan Kearney committed the violation of Massachusetts general laws, which is section 13B, witness interference, intimidation of a witness, Michael Proctor and Elizabeth Proctor, and the statute, the pertinent parts read, "Whoever willfully, either directly or indirectly, threatens, attempts, or causes physical, emotional, or economic injury or property damage to, conveys a gift, offer, or promise of anything of value, or misleads, intimidates, or harasses another person who is a witness or potential witness, person who is or was aware of information, records, documents, or objects that relate to a violation of a criminal law or a violation of conditions of probation, parole, bail, or other court order, a judge, juror, grand juror, attorney, victim witness advocate, police officer, correction officer, federal agent, investigator, clerk, court officer, court reporter, court interpreter, probation officer, or parole officer, or D, a person who is or was attending, or a person who has made known an intention to attend a proceeding described in this section, or a family member of a person described in this section, with the intent to, or in reckless disregard for the fact that it may impede, obstruct, delay, prevent, or otherwise interfere with a criminal investigation at any stage, a grand jury proceeding, a dangerousness hearing, a motion hearing, a trial, or other criminal proceeding of any type, or a parole hearing, parole violation proceeding, or probation violation proceeding, or administrative hearing, or a probate or family court proceeding, juvenile proceeding, housing proceeding, land proceeding, clerk's hearing, court order, mediation, or any other civil proceeding of any type, or punish, harm, or otherwise retaliate in any way against such person described in this action, for such person or such person's family members' participation in any of the proceedings described in this section. And it goes on to state the penalties for that offense. Based upon the foregoing facts, the Commonwealth believes it will establish a trial that Aidan Kearney committed a violation of Massachusetts General Laws, Chapter 274, Section 7, conspiracy to commit intimidation of a witness by entering into an agreement with the dispatcher named earlier to obtain sensitive information to be used in blog posts and videos intended to harass, intimidate, and cause emotional harm. And given the continuing harassment of witnesses for the murder of John O'Keefe, we believe that the defendant will be found guilty at time of trial should this matter go to trial. That, Judge, that recitation deals initially with Elizabeth Proctor, the wife of Trooper Proctor. Now, there are an additional 8 complaints that I have here, Judge. Much of the verbiage is that's recited is also recited in these complaints, as they obviously have to independently stand on their own. However, for purposes of this arraignment, I can skip forward, Judge, and go to just the pertinent sections for the individual victims / witnesses, because they are both in this matter. But Juliana Nagel, on Saturday, July 22nd, at approximately 1200 hours, Kearney departed Shaw's 134 Nathan Street in Norwood, accompanied by a number of motor vehicles for something publicized as a rolling road rally. Kearney began a YouTube live video. The YouTube Live allows users to broadcast live videos on the YouTube platform, which can be later saved and distributed on the user's account. At the beginning of the video, Kearney is operating a motor vehicle and stated at least 100, 200 people are in the caravan of vehicles. He further stated that he did not broadcast the locations of the protests prior to the departure of the rolling rally. During the video, he stated, this defendant stated, the purpose of the rally is to protest a murder cover-up and framing of an innocent woman. He stated some witnesses will be in jail within a year and brags about being to locate witnesses wherever they travel. During the duration of the rally, he thanked other members of for attending the rally. Juliana Nagel, 25 years old, lives, I'll omit her address, in Canton with her 2 parents and 2 siblings. Juliana was home with her mother at the time of the protest. Juliana and her brother were present at 34 Fairview Road and had been interviewed by investigators. When Kearney arrived at 79 Highland Street, he identified the residence as her home. Kearney made a statement to get the attention of her neighbors. He described how O'Keefe was beaten to death at a house where Juliana was present. He stated at any point, Julie Nagel, you can come out at any point. Nothing is stopping you from telling the truth. You know what happened that night. He continued to state, you can't get away with it anymore. Too many people know. You're going down with them. Nothing is stopping you from coming forward and telling the police what happened. Kearney claims Nagel lied to investigators about her observations the night of O'Keefe was killed and is complicit in the cover-up of a murder. Kearney stated, you might as well tell the truth and let the world know what happened. Neighbors, maybe you guys can help us pressure them into this. Julie Nagel was involved with, was at the murder of a Boston police officer. She knows what happened and she is actively involved in the cover-up. She should not be able to walk around town like none of this happened while an innocent woman named Karen Reed suffers the consequences of her silence and her complicity. The truth will set you free. Kearney is in front of the residents for approximately 10 minutes. At the conclusion of the speech, he stated the next location is the home of Canton Police Department Deputy Chief Thomas Kelleher. While traveling to the next location, Kearney stated Julie Nagel's house was a good one. They were home. And clearly, the statements he made there, Judge, is about as far as it can go to intimidating a witness as to what his intent was. During a recorded interview on the YouTube account Wristflex, dated August 20, 2023, the defendant made comments about his influence on the jury pool. I want the world to know what happened here. They want the story to be silent, nobody knows about it. They want to be able to find a jury pool that has never heard any of this shit before they can manipulate them the way they have manipulated everyone else, and I'm not allowing it. Not allowing them to do that. Happy to do it. Elite mass corruption, TurtleBoy, 104 mark. Based on the foregoing facts that I've read, Judge, it's clear that the defendant committed a violation of Chapter 268, Section 13B, which is intimidation of a witness and witness interference with Juliana Nagel. I will not recite the paragraph that I recited earlier as to what the language of the statute is. And for this reason, Judge, on the second complaint docket 1151, we're going to be requesting those same conditions of release. Does I have about perhaps another hour going on, wants to take a break or keep going, whichever Your Honor indicates?
Well, let me ask you this: the issue is bail and release conditions.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, I mean, haven't you covered that?
Well,
Why I should put a bail on and certain release conditions?
There are, Judge. There are other witnesses, so I would ask that those conditions apply to each of the docket numbers. The facts are fairly similar, but as there are different witness/victims in these cases, the specific facts vary. But they're generally the same content as the TurtleBoy.
Issue, which means that the clerk magistrate found probable cause to issue the complaints. So that's been established.
Correct.
And I mean, if the alleged victims in the various cases were to be named, then we would, to the extent that I allow any or all of your proposed conditions, it would encompass those people, wouldn't it?
It would, Judge.
Yeah.
So I would ask Your Honor to adopt the Commonwealth's recommendation as to the conditions.
Attorney Reynolds, if you could go to the microphone, then perhaps Attorney Novak could slide over a little bit and tell me what is your position with regard to the Commonwealth's request for cash bail in the amount of $1,000?
This is a little bit of that fuck around, find out.
Yes, Your Honor. As far as the bail, we're asking for release on personal. He has no record. He lives with his family in Holden, and he has 2 children that he supports. And what we're providing here is that we don't believe that because of his record or because of his commitments that he would be in danger of flight or creating a problem in terms of needing bail. As far as the conditions go, my client states that he is a news person who is using his First Amendment rights to cover a story. Now, I know that he has been mentioned YouTube and social networks, but there are a lot of people who do this. And he is requesting that he still be able to do this news coverage. He vehemently denies that he's intimidating or harassing anyone, that the trooper involved is a public figure, that there is a potential selectman involved, that he goes to meetings, and he feels as if that he should be allowed under his First Amendment right to pursue his story. Now, as we go through it in terms of the threats, I just would like to point out that when I read the statements that the prosecutor stated, I see opinion. I don't see threats under the way my client is acting. I said from the beginning, I don't want to go to trial. Most people don't want to go to trial. That's an opinion. That's not a proceeding.
He said he didn't want the Karen Reed case to go to trial.
Okay. But still, it's an opinion, and he put it out on the web. It's really important for the people in Norfolk to know about this story because the jury was chosen from there. Again, opinion. Again, the internet allows for that. I'm sure that, or I would hope, that if any of these statements would have violated YouTube policy, they could have contacted that and had it all taken down. In addition, I would provide that this is a lot of reports, and for some of these conditions to apply, such as controlling his followers, not sure how we would do that. I would believe that if he were allowed to continue to pursue the story with his bail warrants, that the police could access or take a look at further events that he does. Meaning that if he calls for one of these rolling rallies, someone will give a call, they can go out and they can determine whether or not it's intimidating or if there's a charge or a plot. I mean, that's what I'm arguing to allow the First Amendment to go forward and to allow the prosecution to continue to monitor the situation. They have police involved, and then each event that comes out of it is under bail warrants. If he does something wrong, he's back here. And that would be my argument.
Thank you. Attorney Mello, if you would, for the court and police department, would you identify the alleged victims in the various complaints by name? I think I have them all, but I want to make sure.
I will, Your Honor. In the first instance, it is Juliana Albert. In the second instance, Judge, it is Christopher Albert. And those are, these are in addition to the ones I've already identified, Judge. In the next instance, Judge, it is Michael Proctor. Then we have Colin Albert. This, the intimidation of a witness with a co-conspirator was, there were two victims in that matter, Judge. Jennifer McCabe and Elizabeth Proctor. Those were incidents where the vehicle registration was run. We have Jennifer McCabe. We have Matthew McCabe, and that is the remainder of the complaints so far, Judge.
That is a list, if you will, of the alleged victims in the case as to which you're seeking specific conditions.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. All right, in my view, given the individual's lack of criminal record, I don't, it's not a cash bail case. I'm releasing him on personal recognizance. Also, I don't see it as a GPS case. I am not opposing a GPS. What I am doing is opposing the following conditions. Stay away, no contact from each of the named witnesses that were just listed by Attorney Mello and captured by the court and the probation department. Stay away, no contact. That means direct or indirect, including but not limited to mail, email, text, telephone, social media, or any via any other mechanism, if you will, direct or indirect from all of the named alleged victims. Mr. Reynolds, I'm sure you'll advise your client that that is broad, and that is broad from my view on purpose. And if it comes before me or any judge, and a judge would find that he violated a release condition, he is subject to incarceration for up to 90 days without bail. Thank you. We need a date.
12/5.
Did you coordinate that? Mr. Mello, what's the comma? That's a little far out.
We'll find it's fine.
It's fine, okay. All right, what's that? No, I gave no.
So say you're going to be released on all matters before the court for your parents back in December 5th for pre-trial hearing the position that you stay away and don't contact directly or friendly with the victims that were listed. You'll need to sign those conditions before you leave the courthouse today.
Let's go really soft and don't speak too loud. Just this is an earbud warning, guys. Earbud warning. Earbud warning.
Thanks for doing that. I was like, why is B Tim so loud all of a sudden? I was like, I forgot I turned it way up.
Earbud warning.
Yeah,
Okay, is everyone safe? We're in a safe space, guys. Are we low enough? We removed the earbuds. I was, by the way, I was right about the bail. I was like, nah, it's gonna be under 10K because they're not gonna.
Yeah.
And I won, and I don't have to sing that song now. So.
Oh, thank goodness! Right.
Well, I'm sure his supporters will have him out today. I mean,
no, he's free. He's got reconnaissance, and also he's just got conditions, and those conditions are broad. Like, don't harass these people. Don't go to their go to their house. Don't do emails. Don't do. So basically, he's
don't
removed
do all the
all.
shit you've been doing. Knock it off.
Knock it off.
Now, can you face 10 years? Is this a felony? Because you're 10 years for witness intimidation. How many years can you get if you get convicted? Because I Googled it, and it said here, intimidation of a witness in Massachusetts is a serious felony. You can be punished up to 10 years in state prison if you're found guilty of this offense. So is it 268 13B? Is that what he's being charged with? Did they say like the charge? Recap for those who couldn't hear it. Chat. Please don't. Okay, yeah. Yeah, the recap is that basically they read a bunch of his blogs and all the other shit he's been saying, and they use that as evidence because, you know, self-snitching is a thing. That's why you shouldn't self-snitch on yourself when you're committing crimes. And basically, now he's facing 8 charges of witness intimidation, and I think 1 conspiracy. I think I heard someone say, and he's released on reconnaissance because he has no criminal record and he's got kids and they don't think he's going to be a flight risk. But they released him on conditions where it was like, do not go after these people, email these people, do text, do all these things. And that's pretty much happened. Can you recap what he's actually done? There were pages and pages and pages, but let's just say one of them I remember hearing was showing the license plate of the person and trying to, like, I think do a search or something like that. Wasn't that one of them? What was the other ones? He said a couple of things. He went to people's houses. There was a couple. I didn't. It was basically a lot of his blogs that he also wrote about these people as well. He said he knew he was going to be arrested. Yeah, well, he did do witness intimidation.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well,
I mean, you don't get more intimidating than what he kind of was doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's a witness to an open criminal. Like these are witnesses to a criminal case, and he's been also cheerleading that he's gotten rid of these people. That we got rid of this guy, we got rid of this witness, and it's like not a smart move. I will press yes.
I mean, let's keep it real. He has shown up. Okay, let's just keep it real. Okay, so if someone over here, which I'm not going to say their name, you know, but if they did that and they were showing up at someone's soccer game, let's say that BJ had one of the kids at the soccer game, and they showed up, Dolly and crew, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Aidan did the same thing. He showed up at one of their kids' soccer games and started shit with them at the soccer.
And filmed it and live streamed it.
Yeah. Now we would have a shit fit if that happened over here.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Everyone would be fucking making lives like crazy.
Oh my God, yes.
It'd be the apocalypse, okay?
Now, those same people are standing behind this, and this kind of behavior where he's going after these kids and
do you think they're standing behind the behavior, or are they just kind of like using him as a resource because he is so like into this case?
I don't think I don't think that there's certain people that I just don't see them supporting that kind of behavior. But I do see them supporting
well, remember
Karen Reed's innocence, or you know what I mean? Like I don't think that
remember we had that conversation yesterday when people believe they're doing the right thing, they'll do anything.
Yeah.
They think everything is justified. So a lot of the people that watch TurtleBoy, they think that Karen Reed's innocent, and they don't mind how far he goes. And there's a lot of people who are content creators that don't mind.
You said he sits and calls out one person for it, but then doesn't call out. I don't know. I'm kind of confused. I'm just confused by
Well,
it.
he also says his videos were hilarious. All his videos were hilarious. That's what he said when he got, when a certain super chat was sent. So
Yells, you're up here, Jones, and you up here.
Hey.
Okay, both you girls.
Hey,
Just
guys.
wanted to make sure it was you guys. Sorry.
Hey. Yeah,
Hey.
they are supporting his actions, like 100%, cheering on even the protesters outside honking their horns, and I don't get it.
With the t-shirts, like Free Karen Reed t-shirts.
Listen,
Yeah,
I think Turtle Boy is good at his like investigative skills.
I'll give that.
I can give him that. I think he got carried away though, and I think that this is the exact type of thing that we would be losing. Like Queen said, we would be losing our shit about if it was Dolly or Bullhorn doing the things.
Oh yeah,
Turtle Boy is doing. So
but people would lose their fucking mind over here.
Absolutely.
Oh my god.
Yeah, with no excuse for
Let's
them.
just girls, because holy hell.
Yeah, I'm blown away. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Is it because they feel like Karen Reed is innocent? Possibly.
Yeah,
exactly why. Like, I think she could be innocent, but I think there's a line you don't cross. Do your investigations, but don't be showing up to lacrosse games and people's works and shit like that. Because what if she isn't innocent? What if these people didn't have anything to do with it? We don't know. And you don't have any solid proof saying or showing that these people he's harassing had anything to do with it.
Yeah, looks like someone's doing damage control on their channel. Oh, wow. Oh no. What could that be?
Yeah, and now he will come after Queen for saying he's not awesome and doing the right thing. Because that's the other thing he does is he doxes too. And he will dox
we were
the
talking about
crap
that.
out of
And
you.
he said he doesn't dox. He doesn't go after you. He goes after your family. Well, my family's dead. I don't have any to go
What he
after.
said.
Traders came in and she's like, so which Traders came in, she's like, okay, so which one do we say? Which one do I go after? Because I got some family members I fucking hate.
It's funny.
I was cracking up. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, but the thing, this case, they already have a suspect. They've already charged someone.
Well, I mean, the text message that everyone keeps on pointing out is that, like, the prosecution explained that person basically did a search on an open browser already, and basically the timeline. That's why it said like to something like that. And I believe I read in the actual like original document that the person who asked that question, how long it takes to freeze, was Karen Reed asking someone to do that at the scene. So it's like and also the phone data doesn't show that he actually entered the house. And there's also, it was found under his body. And also, I mean, I'm not going to dox myself, but I'm saying like the marks don't look like bite marks. They look like abrasions, and that's what the medical examiner, and if you were to believe the actual conspiracy theory, you'd have to basically believe the medical examiner. Everybody was in on it.
Yeah, the card team, everybody.
And that's the common tactic, but I don't mind having a discussion about a true crime case and people believe what they want to believe and have a discussion. I have no problem with that. I have a problem with just harassing families and thinking it's justifiable. And I wish people would just say to themselves, like stand on it, like stop the harassment. I mean, like I talk to Kate Does Crime all the time. I'm like, oh, she believes that Karen Reed's innocent, and she presents, her theories and her thought process, and we can have a discussion. And
yeah, and see, that's like there's certain people that think that she's innocent, and you know what? I've been back and forth a couple times. You know what I mean? When you hear certain things or you look at certain things, pictures, like different her story. You know what I mean? Other stories that have came from there. I mean, it's hard. It's very hard, and I don't feel like you should be held to one opinion
But the
either. Like you should be
but the
able to.
thing is, you have what was it? 5 people in the house. They're saying he went in the house. They beat him up. He has no proof of any of this. Nothing.
yeah,
They beat him up, and then so 5 cops, and of course the medical examiner will come in, the state police will come in,
yeah.
the car team will come in, and before those 5 people have time to talk to all those other people, they throw his body onto the front yard. These cops that are so smart and have a conspiracy.
Not only
to cover it.
that, while they're driving Karen Reed, they decide to drive to the location where the body is so that she can pick it out instead of driving another location, and so that because he was still alive at that point. So it could have been a situation that he survived, and then he would have woken up and say, "Hey, these 3 guys beat the shit out of me and threw me out in the snow."
Yeah.
Or 2 guys.
There was
in a car.
hypothermia was part of the cause of death.
Yeah, hypothermia was the major cause of the death because he was left in the snow, and basically they would have threw their whole plan out the window because they drew by the house. So if I was someone who threw him out of the house, the last place I would drive to would be the place where I threw the body at. But apparently,
why would they throw them right there outside? That was my thing.
They would take him to the nearest wood chipper. They were not going to throw him in the front yard. They could say, "Yeah, he never showed up."
Yeah,
there was a big
they
frame
know
job.
where. I'm sorry, Ellie. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. No, you go ahead.
They're cops. They know where to hide bodies. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
just
saying. They're not gonna leave it right outside.
But I do understand some of the reasons of why they think Karen Reed is innocent. I do understand it.
Yeah.
But it's just I don't know. This has gone.
I think it was an accident. I think
it was too.
Well, she was going 26 miles an hour backwards when she hit him. So.
Well, yeah, and they're saying that the injuries don't match up with a car backing over them.
Who says that?
TurtleBoy.
Okay, there you go.
TurtleBoy.
Yeah.
Yeah, every time the answer is TurtleBoy, then he's not an investigator. He's just not. He's
like putting the other narrative out there so much.
Yes.
I feel that
it's very disappointing that a lot of people, like I remember we were against what happened in Quinn Simon because the people who stood in front of that house justified their actions by stating, well, she's guilty and we could do whatever we want because basically we believed her guilty. And
right, and we all believed that she was guilty.
We all did.
Yeah, we all did, but we said, man, maybe you're going too far, and maybe let the authorities do their job. They know where she's at. They're doing their investigation, and stop harassing the neighborhood. And, it's the same thing, but people don't see the comparison and say to themselves, maybe TurtleBoy's got something. I don't know. Personally, I
can't believe what I just heard, that, he's not in this community and what he's doing is fine. He is literally chasing people down the street, calling them murderers.
Yeah, cop killers.
That heel.
Yeah.
TurtleBoy said that. Yeah, TurtleBoy called them cop killers.
Yeah. And that's okay. Because there was corruption before. Yeah, the corruption before was overtime. They lied on their overtime sheets. There were like 16 of them or something.
If you really want to look at corruption, if you want to look at corruption, you can look at Patty Ryder and Nassau County. That one's an interesting case in corruption. If you want to look into that,
there's all kinds. Look at Baltimore City with those gun cops that were taking the guns off the street. Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah, there's a lot of corruption that you can point to and be like, holy fuck. No one talks. The funny thing is that real corruption, people don't really talk about too much. Sadly enough. Has anyone heard about Psycho Patty from Nassau? No. I mean,
the one that chased her or went and found her boyfriend. She was wearing a diaper. Is that her?
No. Psycho Patty's. It's another.
Oh my God. I remember that astronaut.
But I'm just saying, define threat has. Oh wait, Claire's trying to define was threat. Wait, Claire's trying to define threat was hysterical.
What'd you say?
What?
What?
Read it.
Me and Hills missed that.
Claire's trying to define a threat was hysterical. Yeah, you know what? Well, fuck it. Where's Claire's live from the TurtleBoy? Let me see, because he's doing damage control right now. Because
Yeah,
got to do damage control. They're all doing
Oh, I
damage.
thought you meant TurtleBoy was doing damage control.
No,
You're
the
saying
Blair
Baby
and
Gap's up there doing it.
Chasing are doing damage.
Oh, is that what
Chasing,
they're
like,
doing?
was
Yeah.
doing like a live, and then she found out like during the live about that he was arrested. Somebody in chat, I think, told her.
Sure, she did.
I don't
Yeah,
think
and
she
So
knew.
she ended her live and went over to Claire's.
Oh,
Oh,
I
she
don't
did?
know. No, I mean, I think that's how, because I was watching her and she was just going a deep dive over it.
Yeah.
And then all this
Yeah.
stuff broke about him being arrested. I don't think she's been like very
Sure.
interested in this case. I think
No,
so.
she was glad. She was watching it. She was waiting on the hearing, and then when he was let go on his own recognizance, then she was cheering and happy about it. But the prosecutor read out all the stuff he's done, and it's ridiculous.
So if
If
she didn't know,
JLR and Betty,
wait. If she didn't know she was being, or if that he was being arrested, how did she find the hearing?
no, she knew he had been arrested.
Yeah, that's how I'm laughing. Like she knew
Before
she was.
it started, though, I thought she was just
Yeah.
going over the case, and then
Yeah,
oh,
she
okay.
knew.
She knew.
Okay, she knew the whole
She
time?
found the arraigned. Like, how would you know that he's being arraigned if you didn't know he was
Well, let
arrested?
me look.
That doesn't compute.
Yeah, I
Danger,
think
Will
that.
Robertson.
Oh,
Danger,
yeah,
Will
maybe she
Robinson.
found out at the same time because it was around the same time like you guys were talking about it. Maybe.
I think he was arrested last night, wasn't he?
Oh.
In front of his kids yesterday. I thought. Would he be arraigned that fast if it was today?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Because they probably were gathering evidence on him, and they were watching, and he kept on
Oh yeah.
self-snitching. And
They had a lot.
Yeah, he self-snitched. He completely self-snitched. He has so much evidence against him.
He got away with a lot more than.
I mean, like,
listen, I don't think Chasen and Glairer and all of them support the harassment that TurtleBoy is doing, but they just.
I don't think so.
Like,
Yes,
why
they
not?
do.
When you have him on the panel, and he says, and he's
all right,
telling TurtleBoy.
wait. Can I play this for you before you make your statement?
You had to see Chasings today. She was 100% for it.
Listen.
For the harassment
Yeah.
part?
Listen. Wait. Listen to this. Just everyone quiet.
We hear nothing.
I just fucked up. I had it on mute. Let me just find it. 'Cause I'm an
Yeah,
idiot.
she thinks that those people deserve to.
I mean, I gotta play it from a little bit. Let me see.
You two deserve a chicken pie for this. Thank you. Not from D&E Pizza. No, thank you.
Listen.
I don't need rabies. Is it really that much of a hole in the wall, dude? It's pretty gross, and I wouldn't eat from there. But like, you could do better. You could do better. You know, it's not just because I don't like them. I would not order from that place. I wouldn't trust it.
What do we do?
Wait. Just wait. Just a little bit more.
Listening to Blair.
What the hell is this?
Just listen to it when he says it's hilarious. I watched your videos; they're hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
Gone over a couple of your videos, man. Like, they're hilarious, bro. Like, they're fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it's so fucking
Whatever,
funny
bro.
watching you torture people that could possibly be innocent. So funny.
And he said he's nothing like JLR.
Well, yeah.
Nothing like. Yeah.
Well, that's the
Standing
point
outside
I was
of
trying to
a
get.
kid's job and yelling at him and shit. Like,
Going to their games, going to the meetings, going to their work, calling their families, putting kids' pictures up.
That's
what part of that is okay?
Like, you have him on your panel and he asks you what basically what do you cover, and you tell him without really telling them. Like, you tell him you cover these people that harass others, and he specifically said, well, that's not what this is, right? And the Glare told him, no, that's not what I'm coming down on you. I'm not. Like, what? That was your perfect opportunity to say, well, I think your investigative skills are awesome, but I do kind of disagree with the harassment. Instead, he was just like, oh, no. This ain't got
Not
nothing
the
to do
same
with that.
thing.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. Get the
And
fuck
then
out
at the near the end, Tim, he goes on about what he thinks about people that disagree with his opinion, and it's like, yeah, you might as well die, or
Oh, Jesus
But
Yeah.
Christ. I didn't even see that part.
he goes after him. Yeah, it's near the end.
Yeah,
It,
I mean,
it was just disappointing, is all.
I mean, like, yeah, I mean, I don't mind him, like, you do parts of the interview where you're like, okay, we're going to discuss the case, and then I'm going to have to address the elephant in the room, which is the harassment people are claiming. Can you address that and answer that? And if you would have just asked him, like, okay, what's your thoughts on this and what's your thought on that, and just put it out there and say, I disagree with that, I don't think that's appropriate, that would have been fine. But he didn't. He just basically agreed with it because he believes Karen Reed's innocent, and that justifies every single
Well,
form of harassment there is.
that and the guy gets a lot of hits too. So
Well,
she
that's the
didn't
cynical
seem
part of you.
she didn't seem too anxious to get Annalise to interview him when he asked. TurtleBoy said, "Well, I'd like to get on her show," and Claire was like, "Okay, well, I'll ask her."
No,
I don't think she
that
would.
ain't gonna happen. That is not gonna happen.
And she actually did a good segment on it. She did both sides. I thought it was good.
Yeah, I was gonna say that would be good. Hold on, I need to address this real quick because I don't know what the fuck is going on with this, or where it came from, or where it originated, or whatever. But the say no shit, no.
What is that?
I'm not gonna. I don't know. I really have no idea.
I know
Someone
what it is.
made this up, and I'm not going with it. I'm not flowing with it. I don't want it in my chats. I'm not. Look, we've always been against doxing. We've always been against no stalking, no going real life, bullying, harassment. Like, we've always been against that from day one. We're not going to start hashtagging some bullshit. Say no.
Well, and the reason I think the idea behind the Say No movement is great,
Right.
but the
Just we've
fact
been doing that
is
for we don't
that
need. We don't
they
need
It's
a
naive.
they say, no bullying, no harassment, but yet you go and you look at some of their pages and it looks like bullying going on their pages. So it's like, I kind of agree. Laura said something about that last night. She was like, how can you do the Say No movement when you're part of the problem? And I kind of agree with that.
While we're at it, we have to
We're
give
all
the
part of the
devil.
problem. I mean,
Yeah.
if that's the case, you know what I mean?
I like to,
So it'd be hypocritical as fuck.
Yeah, I like to give the
I
devil their
don't
due.
know. Like I said, we've been against that shit from day one. From the time I came on this platform, we've been against that. We don't need to do a hashtag at this point. 3 years later, say no. But no, I'm not getting.
I get it.
When there's, you know what I mean? There's all kinds of bullying and harassment and all kinds of shit going on every fucking day. If that's how we're gonna say, it. That's what.
Yeah, and I still support the people behind the Say No movement.
I
I'm
don't
just
even know
saying
who's behind it. I have no idea where it even fucking came from.
it's Wispy, Still in Leather, Tiger Talk,
Missa.
Bad, and Gina
Wasn't
Diamond.
it the one Missa was starting?
I don't
No,
know.
I think she started something different. Actually.
Oh, okay. I thought it was the same one. Sorry.
I really have no idea, but I got questions about. We're not going to detour this live to
Yeah.
it, but that's where I stand on it right now. So I mean,
Can-
let's keep
can
it
we-
in my chat until we figure out what the fuck's going on. With it.
Can we give the devil their due? The devil their due. Laura was right when it came to Turtle Boy.
I'm not fucking ever doing that.
I'm not that petty.
What the hell, that shit.
I'll give it.
She was
Say
right
no
about
is
her.
actually already something started for ending violence against women.
Oh shit.
Hey, Nini.
Yeah, we need to be careful that we're not mixing hashtags and what the fuck. I don't even know what the fuck all that's about.
There's
but anyhow, please
there's a
keep it out of the
video.
chat for now until we figure out what the fuck it is and
No
what's
mixing
going on.
hashtags.
Where it came from. Yeah, please.
Queen, I'll tell you. I'll put it in the back chat. Never mind.
All right, baby. All right.
Yeah, I looked at it. It's just in this community, it's naive to think you're going to stop the people that need to be stopped.
Yeah, that's
It's just not
It's
going
like
to
a
happen.
given. I mean, like, of course, we all are going to say no to that kind of thing. It's like, I don't know.
Well,
it's
that's just
inherent
common
and all
sense.
of
You
it.
should say no
Right?
to that. Everybody should. I mean, it's just, like I said, common sense. I'm
gonna
just,
say
I
yes
don't know. Like
to
I said,
that.
I need to, you know what I mean? I'm obviously I need to check my emails and go through because somebody said they emailed me about it. I'll have to go check and see.
Well,
what the hell
but listen.
Comma.
Listen, Linda.
I just feel like I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like it's hard to become a part of a movement when the people in that movement do the same thing the rest of what they're saying not to do. You know, we
Yeah.
all do. So it
Lisa, there
kind of
is
seems hypocritical
corruption.
as fuck.
Lisa,
Patricia,
corruption is different than this, though.
yeah, it is.
every
Patricia, you're up here. Do you want to turn your camera off or you want to leave it on?
I'm gonna shut it off.
Okay. All right.
Hi, everybody. I just wanted to come up and say that I live in Mass. I've lived in Boston. I think Chasing, probably is, she lived there a lot of her life. She knows Boston better than I do. I mean, I only lived there for a couple of years, but
I can't wait to hear her stand on it. I want to kind of see where she's coming from with it because I don't really know. I mean, all I've heard her speak about it is on Glaire's channel. So, I mean, when she does have time to address it, I would kind of like to
She did a thing this morning. She did a live this morning.
Oh, did she? I didn't even see it.
Yeah, she's all for TurtleBoy and all on the
on her channel.
Sharon
Or where is it? And
on her channel. Maybe it's her back channel, the porch. I don't know the name of it, but yeah, she was on this morning.
Truth Unplugged, I think, is the
Our actual channel, not the unplugged one. The actual Tracy, the new name.
I guess it's like people that think he's guilty, think she's guilty, and people that think she's innocent. So it's like maybe they stand with TurtleBoy because they also believe she's innocent in a way because he believes, and not that they support his actions, but they support.
It's a bias.
It's a bias.
I mean,
yeah.
I don't support what TurtleBoy, I don't support what he's doing, going after people and going to the soccer games and all that stuff. I don't support that, but I question whether she is guilty or innocent because they never went into the cop's house that day when they found him. They pulled out the rug. They got rid of the dog. I mean, all these things.
The dog, I believe, was their explanation, and this could be, a lie, but their explanation was basically that dog got into with a fight with another dog, and they kind of had to get rid of it at that situation. That's what they explained in the newspaper article.
Yeah.
Oh, a fight with
and I
another
think
dog.
there was a for sale sign in the yard.
Yeah, for a year ago, the house was actually for sale. A year
I think it was for sale.
Oh, that's interesting. See,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
I didn't know that. I didn't.
Yeah,
know
I
that.
mean, if you read the actual article, like Boston article, it actually explains these things to you in detail in one part and how it just kind of doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
What it's stating. That's how I got my information. I also read a little bit of the report. The thing is a lot of times people with conspiracy theories are kind of like they try to jam like the piece in and to fit their own narrative. And just to build up their own thing because they have like financial motivation to do so. And
like there was no snow. There's pictures of the crime scene while they're out there working it. It's like
and it was very
6 inches.
Yeah,
There wasn't that much snow, you're saying? Or there was?
No, there was a lot of snow.
Oh, that's what they said. Yeah, but the plow driver was coming by.
Yeah, why would there be a plow driver if there were no snow? He's saying both things.
Yeah, they're saying both things. Yeah.
Also, the fact is that she was the one that pointed out the body when it was night.
Right.
It was dark out and there was 6 inches of snow. And
Jumped
she's
out.
driving in the car and she jumped out and
saw
knew
him.
immediately where the body was.
Right.
So, or the living person wasn't a body.
And what did she say exactly? I think I hit him or something.
Yeah, there's 3 different things. She said 3 different times, right?
Yeah.
She said, she even told her dad she thought she hit him. And did I hit him? And I hit him. I hit him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Now,
did I hit
see,
him?
See, TurtleBoy is saying that there was only 2 inches of snow.
No.
Yeah. No,
So,
there wasn't.
I don't
You
know.
can
He
see
looked
them
up the weather
working there.
report. I don't know. I don't know who. I mean.
Okay, well,
I don't
there's
know.
actual
look it up.
video of them being out there.
Uh-huh.
There's actual
Okay.
video. So,
Okay. Okay.
yeah. And why would they need a snowplow for 2 inches at 3 o'clock in the morning?
Well, they go through even
Well,
if it's snowing.
Oh,
they'll
I
go
don't know.
through
I don't live where it snows.
I used to live
It
in
was a
snow state.
nor'easter. It was a
Yeah.
nor'easter, he said, and
I mean, did you see that
I mean,
surveillance
here-
video of like the backing up into the car? And did you see how heavy that snow was? Remember
Yeah,
that
there
one?
was a lot of snow, and it was snowing while they were out there.
Yeah. Even
right.
when it's snowing though and they plow, like he could have gotten those injuries still because it's like all slushy and you can sometimes like it's like they have to be able to drive, you know what I mean? Because so people, especially if it's like a place like Boston, they're coming through like every few hours. Like in New York, they would come through all night, like every certain amount of hours, and plow stuff so people could get out.
Yeah.
So even if it was a lot of snow, like I still feel like he could have gotten those injuries from being hit by the car. Those injuries on his
Yeah.
arm. I don't understand why people think that those are a dog bite. I mean,
I
maybe
don't
up
think
by the
so.
elbow.
I
It
would
doesn't
dox
look
him.
like a
One
dog
second, let me
bite.
cut you guys off first. That Cash, thank you. He said, I support who I support. Thank you for being a member for 8 months, baby. Here's the video right here. I just wanted to pop this up so you guys could see it.
Yeah.
This is her surveillance. This is the surveillance video of her pulling out.
Yeah, this is where they
that's
say
at their
she
house.
hit her tail
That
light, and I don't see any
you
tail
don't see
light
it.
being hit.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, this is where the defense lawyer's like, this is where
No.
she starts her frantic drive, and like, look, I mean, it's snowing, so she's going slow, but I don't see her hitting that car
No.
at all.
I've studied
I
that
watched
over
this
and
like
over
10
again.
times. I'm like, I don't see
Yeah.
any, and she would have, I don't know, like, no,
No,
she did
it
not hit
doesn't
that
move at all.
car.
It doesn't even
No.
budge.
So this
And
is
that's a
their
lot of
big
snow.
tailgate. Like they were saying that the tail light broke here, not the day before.
And she also
the
had
night
like
before.
she had like a lot to drink. She had like what? She had like,
Seven in like what 2 hours or
At the
something?
bar, right?
Yeah.
They saw. Yeah.
Yeah, she had 7
That really
drinks.
doesn't seem like a lot.
yeah, that does seem like a lot for a woman that
It
weight.
doesn't seem like a lot. If you're sitting there for 2 hours, 3 drinks, 3 to 4
Alright.
drinks.
No, she had
an hour.
7.
She had 7.
At
Right,
that
but she
Seven,
was
not
sitting there for
3.
2 hours, right? She was sitting there 2 hours,
Well,
right?
she was in one for an hour. I have to go back before I start lying. I think one they said an hour, but they did her blood alcohol level.
Well, okay, 7 drinks in 1 hour is a hell of a lot different than 7 drinks
Somebody
in 2
said
hours.
7 to 9 while out that evening.
Yeah.
Sinead.
And I
See,
don't think they learned
I
that
thought
bar.
when she did that interview on Nightline that she said she only had 4.
Yeah,
No,
she
I
did
didn't.
say
No.
that.
I'm sure her lawyer told her to
I mean,
They're
downplay it,
actually
maybe.
asking for
how
the
much you drink, how long you've drank. If you drink wine every night and you have 4
Oh,
glasses
wait.
of wine, it's not really gonna. Or
It says
you know,
9
if you
drinks.
drink every night, you drink 4 or 5 cups.
7 would have put me under the
No, no,
table.
no. Like Queen,
Well,
it
yeah,
says
but you
here.
don't drink.
Right.
If you
Well,
get
I do
somebody that
sometimes.
drinks, it took 7 shots, it might make them feel like they're normal, like they're, you
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Depends on
Queen,
how much she drinks,
He
you
drinks
know?
every day. We don't know, really.
Queen,
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
true.
Queen,
Yeah.
they said 9 drinks. I've seen a couple of reports saying 9 drinks she's had.
Yeah, I'd be
so
out.
7
Yeah,
to 9.
somebody in
Yeah,
chat
9
said that.
drinks.
7, some say 9.
Yeah, that's still a lot.
Yeah, and there was
That's a
glass.
lot. I would be freaking, I could not. Oh my God.
Look, Vinny
I'm not a
Bahalian.
drinker.
He has the most biased reporting on this you have ever seen.
You were saying that he's like
Yeah.
very, oh no, Laura was saying that he thinks that he's like kind of pro innocent.
Yeah, he's it's
Okay.
obvious.
So the I'm reading a report. It says the Globe report in 2022 that Reed consumed 9 drinks, and the next morning at 9 a.m. her blood alcohol level was 0.07 to 0.08, and that would her estimated BAC at 12:45 a.m. would have been 0.13 and 0.29.
Yeah.
0.13 is above the limit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
So
Vinny is biased. It's entertainment first for him. Yep.
Vinny
Yep.
has.
Yeah. He had TurtleBoy on there, and he's like, "Oh my God!" Like fangirling over him.
Yeah.
Tim Pool
See,
did too. Tim Pool had
Oh
an
yeah, I
interview.
Tim
saw
Pool
that
had
he had
TurtleBoy on.
Yeah,
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 he was a conservative. He's a Trump supporter, and that might be why Tim Pool had him
yeah,
on.
that's true. Yeah,
He's more conservative. Yeah. I mean, Tim Paul is conservative.
Tim Pool's a huge podcast. He does very
Yeah.
a lot,
Oh my
of,
God.
a lot of
Yeah.
political commentary. He started out with Vice. You know, he's got a long history into the whole.
He's like a whole compound now that people live there and work
Yeah.
on his show.
But I don't think he started out conservative. I think he
No,
ended
he
up.
started out as a lefty. He was like
Yeah.
he was in Occupy Wall Street.
Yes,
movement.
at the Occupy Wall Street. That's where he kind
Right.
of started his
Yeah.
whole deal. So that's that horseshoe effect, though. You go like way left. I don't know.
Well,
That
I
they
think
talk about.
yeah, I think he probably just he got older and his politics changed because he got older.
Yeah,
It's as simple
he
as
got
that.
more. He's more. I feel like middle as
Yeah,
far as
middle of America, middle like kind of opinion.
not
type thing.
progressive, but he's
Yeah.
kind of like middle, moderate conservative, I would say.
Yeah.
And something someone's not mentioned, what would be their motive? They were trying to sync up motives.
Well, they
Yeah.
messed up the motive because Turtle Boy's motive is that the kid was fighting with him as a neighbor, but Turtle Boy fails to mention that it might have been his friend that was fighting with John O'Keefe, and not the kid that he's claiming beat him up.
Oh.
That's what the article states, that there was a confusion, and that actually it was the friend that had that fought with O'Keefe, who wasn't at the party, by the way. The friend was not at the party.
So hold
Right.
on.
Neither was the guy calling.
Here's Kate's video.
Right,
Yeah,
that's
here's some of Kate's video. I'm about to play a little bit of it for a minute.
Okay, cool.
And tragedy for millions to experience, and sometimes take part in real time. The instant public accessibility of a huge number of databases and social media archiving every minutia of our everyday lives in real time has helped the true crime community grow. And though many web sleuths work with empathy and diligence, the exceptions pose dangerous consequences. This is the story of one such exception.
Only with a fucking camera, you're a liar. Who are you? He's so angry. Why?
Part First Amendment auditor.
I can't believe I have to wear the same uniform as this clown, as this corrupt pig. Look at you. Look at you.
Part narcissistic cult leader.
I'm not looking for an argument. This is a direction, a directive. Either you trust me or you don't. Okay? So trust me. When I say something, just please don't argue. Just trust me. That's it. Okay? That's it.
And 100% toxic cry bully.
So I want to make sure the message is sent here. If you fuck with me, if you try to sue me, I'm not going to go after you. I'm going to go after your fucking family.
This is the story of Aidan Kearney and how he is exploiting one community's tragedy to gain attention, clout, and cash, destroying lives in the process and working with an accused killer to harass and intimidate potential witnesses against.
That's a hell of a picture.
Now, see, okay, I was gonna say, so that she thinks that she's guilty.
Yeah.
But I mean, basically, what I was, showing was him going after, fucking with these other people.
Yeah, that was nothing, though.
That's nothing. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's way worse than what you just saw.
Well, yeah. I mean, like, he's done like really bad things. Like, it's the point where that 18-year-old kid, he was not going to college now because he's like depressed. I think he was like going there under a scholarship, and now he's not.
Look at this now. This is that night.
This is that night. Yeah, I was gonna say this is the okay. So it says girlfriend in Boston police officer pleads not guilty to charges linked to his death. Yeah. So this is the snow that night. This is
So imagine you're in the car. How would you see a person that is under snow?
Yeah, and he was on the lawn. This is where they're driving. He was up on and not like in their front yard. It was further over. Where that flagpole. Like, I think on the other side of the flagpole. So it wasn't like he was near the sidewalk or anything.
Yeah, exactly.
And now the prosecution has subpoenaed those two, that Nightline, and she did another interview.
Oh, yeah, because they want the extra parts, right, of it?
Yeah, they want the rest of what she said that was edited out.
Yeah, that's interesting. I heard.
Yeah, because she said two different things on two different shows. That attorney's
she also changed her alibi during the actual interview twice, I think. I'm trying to find that, but she had two different stories. She explained to when she was talking to the cops. She gave two different stories, I think. So,
yeah, that's what they said, from what she told them to what she's saying on there.
Yeah. Which is an obvious sign of deception when you're changing your story, because just like Judge Judy says, you don't need a good memory to tell the truth.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting that she would do those, though, in general. I thought that kind of is what made me think that she was innocent at first, truthfully, because she
No, you don't do
No, I know, but she seemed very confident in those
because I think she's kind of a psycho. I mean, they can be very calm under, and they had been fighting. He had told her he wanted her to leave. This is according to the kid, to his two kids. They're not his kids, but they were his brother's kids or something that he adopted. But they had said that
Oh yeah.
they had been having problems, and
Mhm.
she wasn't wanting to leave. But I can't verify that because I wasn't there on that kind of thing. But yeah, and see, she jumped right out of the car, went right over to where his body was, and it had snowed during the night. So
It was like 6. What was it like? What was it, 6 or 7 o'clock at night? So it was kind of dark still. I think it was that.
oh, I thought they went they went like
much later
that
It was
morning.
That morning. Okay.
Oh, the next morning, you mean? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No, I'm
It was the
talking
night
about when
before.
she found him, which was like what, 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning.
Yeah.
Let me see. I think it was 5. Let me just check.
Yeah,
Can
that's
I
what
ask
I'm
a
talking about.
question?
Sure. What's up?
Heels?
Yes.
I mean, do you? Okay, so you probably think that she's guilty. Was what I'm getting at from you.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah,
I just know she's a suspect, and they think she's guilty.
I mean, I would like to the prosecution to kind of close out the whole dog bite theory and get maybe like a dental.
Yeah, get past it.
Yeah, and just kind of send someone out there to check this damn dog to close that area out. But I would say if I was in a civil case, I would definitely vote her guilty because there's different preponderance of evidence based on that. But as a criminal case, it's too early, and I got to see what the prosecution. Also, prosecution's actually not doing a
You
terrible
feel she's
job.
innocent?
I wouldn't vote guilty on a prosecution so far.
I'm not asking you, B. Tim. I'm asking Patricia.
I'm sorry.
No, it's all right.
I mean, I'm learning new information today. You know that B. Tim told me about and Heels, that because I've only been following TurtleBoy.
Yeah.
I mean, so I'm just listening to what I don't agree with, his, all his, going out and, chasing
Yeah.
people and all, but I'm trying to listen to what he's saying. And I was wrong, because I didn't know the house was up for sale.
Yeah, for a year. A year prior.
I didn't know that. And he doesn't present that.
Yeah, because it doesn't match his narrative.
No,
That's what happens. I don't mind. I don't mind being disproven. I'll be like, okay, well, she's innocent. I don't mind. There's no skin off my back. I'll just be like, I just want the truth. That's it.
But if she did drink that much, and she did hit him, I don't think that it was intentional. I really don't. Even though they were having problems.
Same. I don't think it was intentional. Yeah.
She may have been backing up to, how people fight, and you say, well, let me out of this car. I don't know if y'all have ever done that, but I'm like, let me out of the car. And then you let them out of the car, then you change your mind and you're backing up to because they were arguing about going in the house, even according to her. Like she didn't think they wanted them there and all that. And then she, backed up real fast and then hit him. That could have happened.
Part of the article says, according to court documents filed by the prosecution, the medical examiner testified in front of the grand jury that the injuries both Keefe suffered were not the result of a fight, and the marks on his arm were abrasions caused by blunt force trauma. In addition, data from the Reed's Lexus retrieved by the state shows that her car went in reverse at a high rate of speed, and then according to the state crash reconstruction struck the victim and continued to reverse before leaving the scene.
Right, and that's another thing. TurtleBoy did a video on reconstructing that. Like he showed him backing up.
Well, is he a reconstruction expert?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Like I could do the same thing. Remember the boat? Remember you ever see the Kylie Rodney thing where everyone got like someone was like trying to submerge a car to see if it flipped backwards, and there were like all these amateur people trying to do it. One guy tried to show like a toy car to me and say, this is how a car flips up when it goes into the water. It's like, no, you're not a reconstruction expert. Just like I'm not a reconstruction expert. I have to rely on the expertise of people who are hired and trained. Just like I'm not a lawyer. I can't give you legal advice. Just like, you know what I mean? Like it is what
and
it
look
is.
at those signs. All these signs were printed somewhere. Like that's all printed. They're all organized.
Person. Yeah, it's very organized. All the same fonts and stuff. Notice
that? Yeah, they do this. It's been done. Because they're not out there any other time. Like it's not like he is, but there's not a bunch of people following him around like the court hearings. They're out there. I'm going to go over and see if I can see the same people out there all the time or if it's different people.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
Yeah, you don't know how far.
I'm just saying I wouldn't go anywhere near any of this shit.
No.
Oh, I'm not going out there. I'm not saying that.
Okay.
No, I said, and I have a question here. Who is? It says, "Where is Chloe?" Who's Chloe? What?
Oh, Chloe's
Oh.
SF Investigates partner. I think they aren't
Oh.
partners.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
I just was curious of who was Chloe. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
the
hell,
dog.
doesn't even name who the hell's Chloe? Is that somebody else that was involved, or?
But if a dog decides they're saying that dog bit him, it wouldn't be dragging
Well,
biting.
I have a question for you. If the defense truly believed that dog bit that man, why are they not trying to send a private investigator or some sort of investigator to find that damn dog? Because if that
Right.
because that hinges your entire case. If you can prove those bite
Oh,
marks
yeah.
are the arm,
Yeah.
and where is the defense's medical examiner to counter their medical examiner? I don't know if I heard that they brought one up. That's going to
No,
say yes, that's definitive a dog bite.
He asked the medical exam. Well, he's actually deputy medical examiner in California. He asked him about it and showed him that picture.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay, no medical examiner worth his salt is going to look at a picture and say, "Yep, that's a dog bite."
Yeah. So
No way.
I mean, just look at the actions. Like, if I believe that was a dog bite, I would be like, okay, where's my private investigator to go up there and find that damn dog? Because that's my whole case.
But it would be a puncture, not
It
a.
just doesn't look like a dog. I've been bitten by a dog. Like, it doesn't look like a dog bite on
Yeah,
my
me too.
arm too. And like, there's usually like, it doesn't look anything like that. You know, I mean, maybe
It's a
part
puncture.
the part by the arm.
Well, it's an
the way
abrasion.
up by the elbow.
It's like
it's an abrasion, exactly. It's like has like some kind of like pattern to it. That's
Yeah.
like
Yeah, the
would
dog
happen
was
if you're
nibbling. It looks
you're
like the dog
dragged
bit him, then nibbled. You know, because there's like the
they
other
say
one.
like, they were saying like, he bit down and then dragged. I'm like, dogs don't do that.
No,
They
it would
bite
have
down
been.
and they clamp, and you have to unclench
Yeah.
their freaking little
Yeah.
jaws to get them off of you.
I mean,
you
a
know?
good
Like-
example. Remember that dog that got that escaped prisoner? What did he do? Same species of dog. He just
Yeah,
grabbed.
he bit his head. Remember?
Yeah,
He bit
and you
Bit
saw-
his head.
Yeah, he
I
bit his
think
head.
So his scalp
And then
was
he,
bleeding.
and then he couldn't get a good bite. But you could see that there was like, he grabs and holds. That's the whole thing. Grabs
That's
and
what
holds.
dogs do. Like that's
Yeah.
their nature, I think. They're not
Yeah.
going to drag. It doesn't drag through your arm down and make that. That's not like dogs don't drag.
And they would have to have all their teeth would be the same. They wouldn't have their
Yeah,
what is that
it's the
called? The front.
uniformity.
I think also the
Yeah.
prosecution kind of screwed up because I think the prosecution even said like, well, those marks could have been from Karen Reed breaking a glass and doing that. And I'm like, I think they said that, and I'm like, that doesn't sound
Did they?
right. Yeah, I think they said something ridiculous
Well,
like that.
if they had like if he was holding like a cocktail glass in his hand and say like he was hit by the car
That
and like,
could.
the glass shattered and then cut up his arm because he ran over that.
Right.
You know what I mean? His arm ran over that same glass. Do you know what I mean? That's possible.
And there was glass.
There's a glass
There was
right there.
There was glass embedded in the bumper. I
The
think.
bumper.
Yeah.
Well, if you could prove, like, if you believe that because that's your whole. I mean, that if you prove that defense proved that was a bite marks, and they can get like a dental record from that dog, that just blows up the whole prosecution's case. They literally can be like, listen, this is completely like every single theory they have is gone at this point. And what?
Well, she's still, but Tim, TurtleBoy is saying they don't even know where the dog is now. So how do
They could find
the
it. It wouldn't be that hard to
It
find
wouldn't
it.
be that hard. These guys can search. You know how these people are. I mean, like, do you think TurtleBoy can find a lot of people? Let's just be that for
Well,
real.
no, that
can find a
lawyer is
dog.
rich as F. That lawyer has so many. He has represented some super high profile people, including Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah, I
He's
mean,
got-
Real?
He's
Oh,
loaded.
the
Yeah, he's loaded.
Yeah,
It's
I
interesting
mean,
that she got such a high profile. I mean, they probably wanted it.
How did she get him?
I
I
know.
got
publicity.
Interesting.
Publicity probably
Publicity.
is. Yeah, he likes to be on a case that gives him a lot of publicity, probably. But like, yeah, you're talking about private investigator can find that dog. I mean, I'm pretty
The
sure.
German Shepherd, I believe, the dog, right? People are asking.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
pretty
going to
sure
be
the
what your
German dog.
case weight is weighing on for sure.
It's a canine and like a retired canine. That's
Yeah.
right. Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, but it doesn't work for them to find that dog, because if they find that dog and they prove that that's not a bite mark, that destroys Carrie Reed's case, and then suddenly it changes from. So basically, it's like a good thing with lawyers: never ask a question you don't know the answer to. So sometimes it's better not to answer the question, ask the question, than to answer it. So I mean, like he might be just sitting there and be like, "Oh well, we could just put that theory out there and not look for this dog." Because
all he's trying to do, he's not trying to prove anything. He's trying to raise a reasonable doubt. That's
and
all
that's his
he
job. And
has
he's a
to
good
do.
lawyer. Yeah, and he's
That's
a good
all he
lawyer.
has to do.
Yeah, and he knows that.
Well,
if
he didn't get most of those people I mentioned off. I mean,
yeah, well, Weinstein is, I think, isn't he out now or something like that for a health?
Yeah.
No, Weinstein?
Yeah, he's out.
I thought he
He's
was.
not out. Are you kidding?
Oh, I didn't know.
I thought he was going to jail for like forever. No?
Is Weinstein? I thought I saw still in
Harvey?
Could be
prison.
thinking of Cosby.
Nah.
Oh, okay. No, Cosby's out. You're right. Let me see. Weinstein, who's December 26th conviction.
Nah, he's never getting out, guys.
Oh well, Cosby thought we all thought Cosby was going to stay in, but you
But
know.
he got out for the stupid, like, kind of weird.
Okay,
like,
he's still in prison.
law
I
thing.
mixed it up with Cosby. My bad.
I feel like he just got more charges, Harvey. So he's not going
Yeah,
anywhere.
there were several that.
Sorry, guys, for the
Trying to
misinformation.
think of him last night, but if you look up his name, of course, he's got all his own articles that come up first. How wonderful he is, but
Ugh.
some scummy cases.
He
is almost dead.
Yeah, well, I mean,
it's kind of he's getting
prison life is not a great life. Let's just say that much.
no,
You know?
especially for somebody like him. You know, he like.
I mean,
Ugh.
I never liked the guy ever since he ruined Hellraiser, the franchise, because he's an asshole and didn't want to give up the actual fucking franchise rights. Just fucking housed it and took it away from the author and ruined the whole fucking Hellraiser franchise. I didn't know about the whole crazy things he was doing. I just, like before, like in movie wise, he always destroyed movies. Like that, the Weinsteins always destroyed like bunch of movies. They were like the worst. So
Weinstein? I thought he had a lot of good movies.
No, what he did was
did have a lot of good ones.
no,
I
he
mean,
would he fucks up so many. He fucked up a couple of movies I liked, like Hellraiser. I'm really pissed off at that.
okay, well,
I didn't even know he did.
there's a
Hellraiser.
lot of good ones though. He had like for a while there when he was at the top of his game. Like that was like he was doing like
Yeah, he was getting a lot of Academy Awards, and then when he went in prison, Netflix just took over.
Yeah.
I mean, they got everything.
With Bill Cosby Jr. held up the butterscotch Jello pudding. Holy fuck!
Who?
Oh, JLR.
Oh, Jesus. I'm telling you, JLR is going to see TurtleBoy. The difference is TurtleBoy can do this. He can talk and he can, he's got that gift of gab, which JLR does not.
No, he doesn't.
No, you're right.
He couldn't do
Not like
this.
TurtleBoy. No.
Well, he's gonna be. Well, JLR heard his own cameo now, so he might be going on cameo. So
he has his own cameo.
What?
He has his own cameo.
Yeah, he's thinking about going on cameo.
What's that?
Basically, you could pay people to say things like celebrities.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I thought it was an app.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, I've heard of
like
that.
you could go, like, for instance, I was thinking about getting like someone from Married with Children to like denounce JT as like a joke because we kept on thinking calling him Al Bundy. And all I could find was like the son of Al Bundy, but then I said, do I really want to spend?
You actually looked on there. That's so funny.
And I was like, do I really want to spend $200 on a joke for JT? Not really. So fuck it. So,
yeah, JLR isn't cameo famous. I agree, Willow. He doesn't sound cameo famous.
I would get him with a cheese and no, that's right there. Depends. If he's like $40, I might get him with the cheese and or like
$40.
Like Queen Bee is the greatest.
10.
Maybe have him like read a sign saying Queen Bee is a great channel. I advertise.
Now, if you crossed Bullhorn Betty, I mean that woman, with him, with JLR, you might come close to getting TurtleBoy.
Yeah.
I think
definitely
Bertha.
JLR and somebody.
I don't think. Bertha's
Well, VHB can talk like forever, and
that's not the name we're using. We're using Bertha for the sake of this.
Bertha. Oh.
Well, I don't like Bertha, but I shouldn't have mentioned her name at all.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah. But anyway, it says here, Chris Hansen, he has said, take his seat so many times. Isn't it funny? Yeah, he also has a YouTube channel. It actually has a new series, I think, with the cops.
I can't believe how controversial he is. Chris Hansen? I didn't know.
Yeah, he's pretty, the Onision one, he was pretty bad with that one. But
No, he doesn't have a cameo. JLR does not have a cameo case.
he will. No, he's actually on YouTube. He's thinking about making a cameo.
Oh, he's thinking about it.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. Wow.
So I just want to say this, and I'm going to drop off.
Yeah, sure.
I think Chasing Truth, because she lived in Boston for so long. You know, the Boston police have had a very bad record. I mean, even the short time that I lived there,
Yeah.
I had heard some things off and on, and that was back in the 80s. I mean, she, you know, I don't know how long she lived, the amount of time, but I'm sure she knows a lot more. And I think that's her way of thinking, you know, why she is on Karen Reed's side. She knows a lot more than I do, I'm sure. But I mean, the reputation of the Boston police is not good. I mean, it never has been, from my understanding. And so, you know, I'm just putting that out there, and I'm going to sign off.
No problem.
Hey,
Thank
thank
you
you, Patricia.
Yeah, thank you for
All
coming
right.
up.
All
You
right.
have a
Take
great one.
care. You too.
I just, corruption's one thing.
This is
Boston
like a cover
police
up.
killing one of their own and just tossing him in the front yard alive and going
I
back
mean,
to.
let's think about it. Let's think about a scenario, a TurtleBoy scenario. He goes there drunk, right? He's drunk. He's inebriated. John O'Keefe. He goes in there, goes in the house. He gets into a fight with the young man, I think Kenton or something like that. He's like 18 years old because Colin, whatever. He gets in the fight with this young man. He proceeds to fight this man, and then the other guy comes in, fights him, and then the dog bites him. They beat him up, right?
And he doesn't
Not enough to
even
kill
put up a
him.
hand.
Yeah, and they beat him up.
Yeah,
It
no
doesn't
defensive
kill.
wounds.
Yeah,
No
they beat-
defense.
no defensive wound, just like a bruise on the arm, but no defensive room. They just beat the shit out of this guy. The dog bites him, and then instead of just saying to themselves, "Okay, let's just call the cops and say this guy came to our house drunk," and we have 10 witnesses to say that this guy came to our house drunk and like attacked us, and use our ability to just like lower the charges, we decide to murder this man. And so we take up his body. We tell the 14-year-old girl. I think there was like a 14-year-old girl or something like that. I don't know. There was a bunch of 10 other people in the house to basically agree to conspiracy to murder, grab his body, walk him through the basement or something like that, or walk him through the garage, and then toss him into the snow, proceed to eventually leave. Like everyone leaves, everyone gets the same story. No one has different stories because that's always the case where a murder, everyone has
At all. They said they didn't have a different story at all.
Yeah, all of them decide to have the same story. They all go home. Karen Reed comes screaming about him being missing. So then two of the people, the people in the conspiracy to murder, decide to drive her to the location where the body is, so that they could. And then they proceed to, basically talk to Proctor on the side to help them cover up the crime, and also the ambulance worker, and then also the medical examiner, and then tell Proctor to go there and
the
break
car
lights.
team.
And also the car, then the car, apparently they messed up on the report about how long he was alone with the car as well. It wasn't 78 minutes. It might have been something else. But either way, let's say it was 78 minutes. He goes there, breaks the glass of the car, grabs it, sprinkles it back in that location, and then proceeds to, like, the whole police force immediately thinks to themselves, okay, best case scenario, let's just accuse the girlfriend of murder. And let's also make the accident reconstruction person part of the conspiracy and tell them that it was an accident as well. And then, so basically, the accident reconstruction person, 10 witnesses, Proctor, medical examiner, and maybe like a couple of police officers as well, all in the medical for like something that could have been solved with a simple.
That's what I'm saying. It's not. Police corruption is within the police, and it's always kept between, and it's usually like the one in Boston now that I don't know if they've convicted them yet, but it's all overtime pay. It's not murdering someone.
Yeah, I mean, like, most likely, what was the worst that they could have happened? And let's say they beat him up. Let's say they really beat him up in the house. Dog bit him. Okay, worst case scenario, the dog's going to be put down, and the kid's going to probably get like an assault charge. And then they get a lawyer and say, listen, this guy came to our house drunk. He started a fight with the kid, and he'll probably get off on probation at most. And if
He wasn't dead when they supposedly put him outside. He wasn't. He really
Maybe
died
even
more
though-
from hypothermia. So.
Probably O'Keefe probably wouldn't even made a statement. He probably would have been like, "Oh, it was nothing. There's no charges. Please don't put any charges against them because protect the blue type of deal." He might have said that. He might have been like, "Yeah, whatever. It was just a little scuffle. No big deal." And he would have just.
Or they could have said we had a fight and he walked off. That would have worked too. Walking off, fell dead in the snow.
He left, and exactly. That would have been even better than trying to frame.
Not only frame her, but they went from manslaughter and raised it to murder.
Yeah.
So
that's why are they like overcharging her? Because if it was like,
I don't know.
I feel like it was an accident.
I don't know. They know something maybe.
This is him at the game. You guys.
This is him at the game.
No, that is so
Oh, it's not hot.
We know.
Not being charged with a crime.
Chasing was
She's a
saying there were
witness.
no
I'm
kids
just
around.
so
There's
sick of
kids
people
around.
being like, oh, maybe we should ease up on Jim McCabe. Maybe we shouldn't, actually. Maybe we should increase it. That's what we should do. Maybe I haven't seen Jim McCabe since the lacrosse incident, and she needs to be reminded who her daddy is.
He has accosted her outside of court hearings, harassed her at one of her daughter's lacrosse games, published her name, address, phone number, and social security number on his website.
Wow.
Made several trips to her property uninvited, and bombarded her with unwanted calls, text messages, and voicemails.
All of it. Allie McCabe, she can get it too. They can all get it. We've left the second generation out of this for a bit. That's over. Except for Brian Albert Jr., because he looks functionally retarded. But besides him, the rest of them, they're all going to get it. They're all going to get it. And
hey, Jen, how you doing? Fancy seeing you here.
It's a school-sponsored event.
Yes, it is. How do you feel about murder of police officers? How do you feel about murder of police officers? Okay, well, she murdered a police officer.
No, that is so untrue.
Oh, it's not cop killers. That's what they are. They're cop killers. So 2 cop killers don't like being asked about it.
oh, there's Jen. Let's see.
This is looking in her house.
Yeah, that's pretty spooky.
So I definitely saw Jen in there. I think they can hear us on the ring too.
They're the murder of a Boston police officer. These are cop killers, ladies and gentlemen. That's a cop killer right there. Cop killer. Cop killer. That's what you are. That's all you're ever going to be. It's a cop killer.
Once I heard that Jen McCabe goes out in public, once I heard that she does, I'm like, okay, so at least Brian Albert is really doing what he's supposed to be doing, hiding like a cornered rat. Like, that's what you should be doing, is moving out of Canton, picking shit up, leaving. But no, Jen McCabe is so arrogant that she insists on still living life like everything's normal.
I mean, that's not witness intimidation. I'm sure that will not go against him in this trial.
Oh, yeah.
Will he face 10 years for each charge?
Man, I don't know.
There were a lot of them. I mean, he went on for like 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's like he ain't scared of shit.
Can you play his hearing?
Huh?
Can you play his hearing this morning, the arraignment?
We did play it a little bit.
Okay.
But it was like really low.
Played it live, but
it's bad
watch it.
audio. You need
what I'm gonna do
really
is
bad.
what I'm gonna do is screen record it and then mess
Like
with the
boost
volume and get
it?
it up.
Oh,
Yeah, boost the volume so we can hear it.
That's
I was
a good
actually
idea.
working on it now.
Oh, do you know can you drop me the link to the video? Because people are asking for the link to the TurtleBoy video that you're playing.
Oh, this one? Yeah.
That's Kate's, right?
Troll Mafia, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, Troll Mafia? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's who this is. Yep.
Oh, I thought that was Kate.
Yeah, here's the video. It's called The Dark Side. The Most Toxic True Crime YouTuber teams up with Karen Reed. That's what the name of the video is. So that's the video.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Kate was covering him, and that's where I first seen him.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I noticed him I noticed him when he did the prosecution statement. Remember the DA like made the statement about the harassment of the family, and he was like asking people to stop. And then Turtle Boy's response was, "I'm going to threaten the DA and pitch a tent in front of his house now."
Oh yeah, he was going after the prosecutor. Tim, can you put that in the back chat?
Also, that really, because I would never ever say that to the DA or anyone that can, you know.
Yeah, especially if you believe that these people are corrupt enough to kill a cop, and you're going to decide to say like, "I'm going to harass your family." Like, you might end up in the fucking dumpster yourself,
Like I said,
bro.
he's
Let me see.
While still focused on ruining Jennifer McCabe and her family, Aidan turned his attention to Colin Albert, the teenage nephew of the owner of the home where John O'Keefe was found outside.
You think I'm scared of your fucking pussy son, Colin? Oh, I can't wait to see Colin. I'm gonna have a lot of questions for Colin. And something tells me he won't be able to control his temper like you did. He can get some. He can get some too. There won't be a dog there to back him up this time. I'm not afraid of your stupid son. Believe me, I could kick the shit out of your stupid son. So please, please.
Although Colin was not at the home at the same time as Karen Reed or John O'Keefe, and is only a teenager who is less than half their ages, this has not deterred Aidan and Karen from targeting him and setting out to ruin his life. Aidan has made it his mission to accuse Colin of murder as loudly and publicly as possible, despite occasionally admitting he has no idea what happened, to attempt to protect himself from civil liability in the future.
Inside 34 Fairview Road, and Colin Albert was present inside. Now, did Colin Albert kill him? I don't know. I can't be sure of that. 2 children are left orphaned because John O'Keefe was murdered by Brian Albert and by Colin Albert and that freaking dog and every other single person in that house who remains quiet to this day.
Colin has become the target of relentless harassment and bullying, perpetrated by adults, some of whom have children his age. He has been repeatedly and explicitly accused of beating John O'Keefe to death, despite no evidence to support these wild claims against him. Like the many potential witnesses in this case, Aidan has barraged Colin with unwanted phone calls, texts, voice messages, visits to his home, baseless accusations, and threats against his life.
This is the Alberts. Let's find out.
The intense cyberbullying and harassment spearheaded by Aidan and his baseless accusations tragically prompted this young man to abandon his burgeoning college football career out of fear for his personal safety and the safety of his teammates. This was a fact celebrated by Aidan's followers, who called for Colin to end his own life.
Sounds familiar?
That's sad.
Yep, sure is.
Yeah, and they I mean, and this is the thing. Yeah, and the thing is, Queen, we played this about like what, 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago, and the Galera was in our chat thanking us, and he knew about this. Did he bring any of this up? Nope.
No, he was looking at numbers.
Nope.
That shirt's a tragedy.
Well, I mean, let's not insult the man's shirt.
That shirt is bad.
Listen, we have to be careful with the TOF. We can't insult any looks or clothing.
Someone's suicidal, something like that. It's complete bullshit. He's not suicidal. Okay. Don't kill yourself, Colin. Turn yourself in. Do the right thing. That's what I recommend.
Destroying a young man's psyche is not enough for Aidan, however. He continues to relentlessly harass not only the boy, but his whole family, constantly showing up to his father's pizza shop to proudly ruin the family's business and livelihood and place their employees in fear.
I go down to your pizza shop and I stand out there for an hour and I yell shit about your son. I just shit all over your child, Chris, your middle child. I go down there and I shit all over him and I accuse him of some of the most heinous things possible. And I affect business. People don't want to go into your business. because of the things that I'm saying. I'm telling
Cautious
cars going
interference.
by what your family did and what you're being accused of and what you've done to cover this thing up and what a scumbag you are and how you don't pay your bills. And I'm standing there. And you know where you were, Chris? Hiding in the back.
He's even sunk so low to scare local children in the town in a scene very reminiscent of Chili de Castro's Memorial Day parade spectacle.
Cop killers, cop callers. How ironic. How about that? Blood pizza. Don't get the pizza. It's tainted in blood. They kill people inside. Well, mostly on Fairview Road or the highway. But, you know, maybe in there too. I don't know. The owners of D&E Pizza.
I'm going to guess Pizzagate was one of his.
Damn, he's ruthless.
Also, he tells a lot of his fans are like putting like 1-star reviews for the business.
Yeah.
And
They can get sued for that.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
Oh, they got
It's just, like crazy to me. I just
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But Queen, do you know what this is called? It's called tortious interference with a business. You know, I'm just saying, if you go in front of a pizzeria place and you're celebrating, you're destroying the business, and you're bringing up lies about the business. This is why Tro Mafia was saying, like, you're going to set yourself up to being sued eventually if these people decide to, because you gave them all the evidence they need. Like,
Yeah, well, he lives at home with his mom and dad, so he really,
I mean,
what does
he's
he
got
have to lose?
True.
Oh, I have no idea. I was gonna say I don't know his living.
No, they said it this morning in court that he lives with his. They said it in court.
Oh, I thought he lived with his family, like he had his kids, because he did say he had like 2 kids.
Yeah, he lives at home with his family and his kids. That's what they said.
Okay. Well, maybe he's like, well, maybe it's.
I'm just saying, it's not like he has, a lot to probably lose, and that's the people that could care less if you sue them. Usually.
All right, ready?
The pizza's got people out here because they kill people inside. Watch out. Be careful, kids. There's a couple killers walking loose around your town. They kill people.
And he's verbally attacked other children as well, for no other reason than they were friends or classmates of Colin, in a transparent attempt to leave him humiliated, afraid, feeling constantly under surveillance, and socially isolated.
There's your stupid kids, Michelle Gallery. Your stupid cunt daughters, that's what they fucking are, hanging out with this fucking worthless piece of shit. There's Colin again with her stupid, useless twin daughters. That's a prom photo. I guess this is a prom with Colin. Yes, I figured that one out. Yeah, it's a prom one. So I guess they went to the prom together. So that's how close they are. So that's fine. You can get some too, Michelle. You got an address too, right? We can knock on your door as well.
This will be the first statement of its kind in my dozen years as Norfolk District Attorney. The harassment of witnesses in the murder prosecution of Karen Reed is absolutely baseless. It should be an outrage to any decent person, and it needs to stop. Some have, without any evidence, pointed to 18-year-old Colin Albert, a nephew of the homeowner, and accused him of attacking John O'Keefe as he entered the home. But phone evidence shows O'Keefe never entered the home at all. Testimony from witnesses tell us that 18-year-old Colin Albert had left his uncle's home before John O'Keefe and Karen Reed had arrived outside the residence. Colin Albert didn't commit murder. Jennifer McCabe, Matthew McCabe, and Brian Albert. These people were not part of a conspiracy and certainly did not commit murder or any crime that night. They have been forthcoming with authority, providing statements, and have not engaged in any cover-up. They are not suspects in any crime. They are merely witnesses in the case.
After the district attorney put out a statement condemning the ongoing witness harassment, Aidan flew into a narcissistic rage and graduated from harassing John O'Keefe's family and friends and any potential witnesses against Karen Reed, to also harassing investigators and prosecutors involved in her case.
Are they fucking kidding me? I mean, they are declaring war on us, man. I'm not even kidding. From the headline alone, they are declaring war on the First Amendment. Do you understand, Michael Morrissey? I've listened to 10 seconds. If the rest of your speech is anything like the first 10 seconds, expect me to pitch a fucking tent outside of your house and you will never sleep. Just understand that. I am going to shove the First Amendment up your fat ass.
Oh my God.
Nope.
Wow.
And he has kids that he's perfectly fine.
To say that to the DA though, like really?
I know, that's insane.
Wow. Wow.
Well, at least they arrested him. Maybe that might slow his roll some. Maybe not.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know, man. It'll be interesting to see what he does, from this point on.
I mean, it depends.
Is defending her worth his freedom, I mean,
I think he'll probably back off and probably just report on like the case on, or move on to other things in the case to discuss.
I mean, I honestly don't know. I mean, maybe it is, maybe it is important to him, but I just can't.
Well, he went from getting 1,000 views to getting
4,000.
thousands. Yeah,
like 4,000 live views to and then he's getting like 20,000, 30,000.
Well, I mean, look at the obnoxious things that he's saying, though. People are watching that like, it's like that. What is it? The shock factor, like where people are like shock jocks. They say things just to get a reaction, just to see people react.
Yeah.
mean,
But he's getting real life reaction, like people going onto people's property and doing that to kids. And no, that's
the craziest part about it. Like and then he said. He just said that to the DA that he was going to sit on it, or he was going to pitch a tent in on his property.
Yeah. Oh, you should see it. I mean, he followed the prosecutor up the steps yelling at him.
He followed him in the bathroom.
Oh my God.
He did take. Okay, that was him in the urinal, right?
Yeah, that was him in the urinal.
And he recorded him. I can't believe that. I'm like, I can't believe he got away with that. Like.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. I feel like they're gonna try to rack his ass. You know what I mean? Because all this, the little stuff he's been doing.
Well, and if you truly believe that the Boston cops would kill one of their own, throw him in the front yard, are you that confident the same thing's not going to happen to you? But they'll hide your body?
I'd be scared that it might.
Yeah.
Yeah. The thing he wasn't. I mean, what about that Google search though? That's the only thing that bugs me.
No, the Google search was what happened. I explained what happened was that the prosecutors explained that person did the search on a previously open browser.
Yeah, but wouldn't it like register the new?
No, that's
like
what
at
they
the
said.
time. Once you press enter, once you press Google search enter,
No.
like wouldn't it then put a new timestamp on there? I mean, they're both saying I don't know. I guess.
Let me just
don't know.
see. I mean, I'm not a cell phone expert, but
No. I know nobody. I think the people they both make good. They both have like a strong point about it. Like, oh no, yes, it could do that, and the other, and then
Let me see.
they're saying no way that it would start a new time.
Well,
Because
I mean,
she
the
did
only
it
way.
twice too,
I mean,
right?
did the other side get a cell phone expert? Because I think there's been cell phone experts that.
Yeah. They did. Both sides have have their.
All right, we're gonna need the CEO of Apple to
I
come.
watched the video and I was like, oh yeah, she definitely did this.
Yeah, why'd you delete the search?
No, you know what? And I watched another one. I'm like, no, she's.
I know, right?
No way.
Back and forth.
Ain't no way she did this. You know what I mean? Then I'm like back and forth. I'm like, well, maybe she didn't.
Yeah.
Maybe she did whack his ass and pull off. Maybe she, I'm like.
She Googled it 3 times, Kate said, and she deleted those Google searches, right?
Yeah.
Let me see. Just trying to read it.
I don't know.
And kept the last one. She deleted the others and kept the last one that was at the time where he was found, but deleted the ones prior. See, that is like hard for me to get over that.
Yeah, I can understand why people would probably see that as suspicious activity. I mean, but that's a discussion for the jury.
Okay, so wait, what did she Google and delete?
How long does it take somebody to die in the cold?
Yeah. But
damn.
Yeah, but that's going to be between the experts, because when the defense hires experts, they're going to hire experts that they might have hired 5 and found one that they agreed with, but it's just going to be a battle between Experts, probably.
So the thing with the phone, it says, when it comes to the timestamp on McCabe's Google search for how long it takes to die in the cold, the state-owned forensic experts said the timestamp of 2:27 a.m. was a result of McCabe typing into a search bar of a tab that had been opened at 2:27 and left open, meaning it does not prove that she executed the search at that time. Meanwhile, forensic evidence calls into question other aspects of Reed's defense, according to the court documents filed by the prosecutor.
Well, why would she be Googling that anyways, even if...
I believe because
Karen asked her to.
Asked her to in the morning. Asked her how long it takes to die in the snow. She asked her.
Yeah. Because she figured he was out there, or she's acting like, well, you didn't see him and he didn't go home with me, so maybe he's wandering around, in the front yard, I guess, or in the snow, and died. It makes no sense, but it sounds like that's something she would ask, just from her personality so far. Like, I have a ton of tabs open right now on mine.
Yeah. Can we experiment? How do you tell the time?
Yeah, I wish I could
Okay,
experiment
says,
with it.
yeah, I don't know. I feel like if it would re-register the time, even if it was a different tab. I know, because it's like you're searching. You actually have to press search. Like when you put something in, you press search. So when you're pressing that search, that should be the time that something comes up. There should be some kind of timestamps when you make some kind of
All right, this is homework for the Apple product users. You got to do
I'm
this.
an Apple girl. I'll do it.
All right, you got to figure it out.
I have Android. Was hers an Apple?
We're gonna break this theory wide open. We're gonna find out. We're gonna solve this case.
They didn't get like warrants for the Apple products, only the Androids. Did you hear that too? There was like there was something going on with that as well. Like that's like the conspiratorial side saying that they were using Apple phones and they.
But I think it would be a Google thing, not a phone brand thing.
Well, it could be different metrics on different Androids and iPhone for sure. I'm sure maybe they do different things. I'm sure they maybe do it the same way, but
yeah, because in court, in one of the hearings, they were saying that the defense is talking about all these different. I don't know if they said experts or the people that analyze the phones, but he said it all boils down to they're all kind of doing the same thing. You've got 200 companies basically doing the same thing or looking at it the same way or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, well, that's Leila says cherry picking experts. Yeah, I mean that's welcome to courts.
That would be reasonable doubt if they can't figure it out.
Yeah, she also searched an article for how long it takes food to digest, like to figure out maybe the time of death.
Oh, I didn't see that. Where is that? Who wrote?
Yeah, Kate said that. Kate just said that, and I heard that somewhere else. It was in an article or something. I just remember reading it recently, like the other night.
Because this morning, Chasing was going down a long list of, like she called him at certain time, or I guess Jennifer called him.
Yeah.
At all these times and then deleted. I hadn't heard about any deleted phone calls.
Yeah, Kate was just talking about that. There was a bunch of all the calls were deleted between.
Okay, so where is she getting this information? Because I think Chasing's getting a lot of hers from Loosey Goosey. I guess did a timeline.
Yeah. That's I just do. You want me to put it in the back? Actually, I have it. I just.
Okay.
Where did I put the damn arrest affidavit?
It's like on my paste. It's because I just pasted it a few places. Yeah, she has like all everything, every motion. Yeah, it's all in the defense motion. She deleted calls between her sister and Brian Albert. So it's in the defense motion. That's in that.
She deleted the call between her sister and
all the calls between her sister and Brian Albert.
But that's not Jennifer calling John. She was making it.
No.
Yeah, that's what she was making it sound like.
No.
Or that's how I took it. She might have meant it differently. Select an account.
Google on an iPhone will not stay in a search once you shut the app. Safari will keep the search, Fur Baby said.
Mine stays like I've got 100 tabs behind my on
Yeah,
my
I have
phone.
all my tabs
I have all my
open.
tabs open too,
I have like
actually, in the background.
500 on my phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always like they're like, oh, you're out of tabs, so I have to like delete
Yeah.
old ones and shit.
Out of tabs. I've never gotten that far, but
We have
yeah.
an app collector. We gotta break this case.
You've
What?
reached the end of the internet.
It's like 500. I think.
Defense motion. Yeah, but I want to
You're
read
like,
the
you're cut off.
prosecution's motion. If you could toss me that too. I got
Yeah,
I
I
had
just
the
put it in the
prosecution.
back. I
Yeah,
put
'cause
like that Google
On
document,
the
and that has
defense's
everything.
motion. Okay,
Yeah,
the
You like
but I want
defense's
to read the
click
motion.
on that.
Well,
Yeah,
that makes
yeah.
sense.
She has
Holy
every
shit,
motion.
you guys are talking over each other really bad.
I'm sorry. We're like blah blah blah. I'm sorry.
Right. I was gonna say it's like blah, 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 all three of y'all. You're like going 100 miles a minute.
We're excited.
You got a what in the back chat now? What you got back here, Sleuthy Goosey's timeline? I got that down too. I
Yes.
was gonna pull that too.
Yeah,
Let me see
that
if you
has
guys got it. Let's
everything.
see.
It has like the defense motion, all the
Oh yeah,
motions.
it's got everything in it. Yeah, for sure. She always
Organized.
does so good with these, you know.
Yeah, true,
She
true.
does.
Totally.
She does amazing on these. Here we'll just share this. Here's the tab here. Here's the timeline.
Yeah, I know Kate does crime, taking a lot of steps. Well, it doesn't say going up and down a flight of. The defense is saying that. You're getting that from the defense's
Yeah.
motion. But they also explain who did the.
They
Someone
did it
did
on
a
a court
great
TV.
explanation.
Yeah, they did a court
Was it
TV
court
of a
TV?
cell phone expert, and basically they
Oh.
said like a bump in a road can sometimes be
Oh.
misinterpreted as going up
Oh,
steps and
interesting.
stuff like that. So the real
Yeah.
like accurate thing is actually
Snow.
yeah, and the
It also
GPS.
said he took steps after he was dead too. So
Yeah.
Oh,
46 steps. Yeah, if I remember
that
right.
doesn't sound right. Yeah.
Yeah, and his phone was underneath him.
I know, like with Murdoch trial, there was a lot of controversy over the steps. You know, they remember
Yeah.
they did like Maggie steps, Paul steps. You know, like everybody steps, Alex. You know, and they try to, and it was hard to figure out because it's still kind of that. But he did have an iPhone watch, right? Didn't he have like an Apple Watch? iPhone watch.
Oh, I don't know.
Apple Watch. You think he had an Apple Watch that had some kind of like health thing in it?
I think the prosecution has a lot more, but the defense is only asking for certain things, knowing they may have more, you know, sort of like in the Kohlberger, they're asking for things that are going to cause reasonable doubt, you
I
know?
don't know. An Apple Watch might be more like accurate with steps because people use them like Fitbits. Kate said he
Mhm.
did have an Apple Watch. You know what I mean? So
He had one, he had it on.
yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Ryan
see, cell
Nagel
phone
saw
and
her run
Apple
in the car.
Watch steps are different. I could see it because like people that do Fitbits, it's like an Apple Watch does a similar kind of health Fitbitty kind of, you know, deal. I don't do that Fitbit stuff, but what I hear about it, you know.
The BTM say Karen did I don't think he said Karen. It wasn't Karen that did the Google search. Yeah, she thought that's what you said. Laura Lee thought that's what you said.
No, Karen did the Google search. It was like the sister,
Yeah,
the
Jennifer,
wife
I
of
think.
yeah.
You know, the plow driver, I'm kind of confused on the
He
plow
said he
driver.
didn't see any. He just said he didn't see any body, but like I don't know, like he just.
But there are two of them, right? Like, I don't know. Like,
two plow drivers?
Seems like the prosecution is saying the plow driver didn't go past during that time. And then TurtleBoy found a plow driver that said he did go by. I think that's what I'm saying. I'm not clear on the plow driver situation.
Oh, maybe it's on the timeline. You know?
Yeah, it could
I'll
be.
look it up. I bet it is, knowing Sleuthy.
All right,
Brings us-
I'm gonna finish playing this part and then we'll
Okay.
stop after he's done here, and then we'll go back to the timeline.
Okay.
Apparently, I need to teach you what it is because they never taught you.
He began harassing the two investigators on the case and their families, inundating them with calls and threats. He focused intensely on the wife of Trooper Michael Proctor, going so far as to tell her that her husband will be jailed before threatening to kidnap their children.
Both her and Michael should be in jail. And and tell you what, Lizzie, those two boys you have, you know, daddy's got to go to prison. I'll teach them how to throw a football. Okay, we'll play catch in the backyard. They're my kids now, and that is my promise to you, Lizzie Proctor, because your children. I just want you to let you know this, Lizzie Proctor, when you're watching this. Like your worst fear is it going to happen. And there's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing, Lizzie, you can do about this. You are an evil woman and a horrible excuse for a mother. Just a horrible excuse for a mother.
Adding another layer to the threat, Aidan has visited the Proctors' home uninvited on 3 separate occasions, menacing around their property, and on one occasion, bringing a group of angry people to their home to scream accusations and insults. He also has been harassing Trooper Yuri Buchanik, another investigator on the case, accosting him outside of court hearings, and even filming him at the urinal in a men's room without his consent.
You disgust me! You loser! You loser! You freaking loser! Bukaki! Bukaki loser! Bukaki loser!
So you think Michael Proctor planted that evidence? Not seriously. Just me and you in here. Come on.
He has escalated to personally harassing the district attorney as well, calling his home after 11 o'clock at night and doxing his number to thousands of his cult followers online.
Hello?
Live to tape. Hi, is this Mrs. Morrissey?
Yeah.
Yes, hi, this is TurtleBoy calling. Is Mike home?
No, he's not home right now.
Oh, where is he?
Out.
Oh, is he drinking? It's 11 o'clock on a Tuesday.
It's really none of your business. Good night.
When can I see him? She said it's none of my business. He says it's none of my business. 617. I don't know. He says it's none of my business. What a cunt, huh? Wow. Hi, Michael Morrissey. Daddy's here. This is Dr. TurtleBoy calling. You told me to leave Jen McCabe alone and to stop asking her questions and to stop and be nice to Colin Albert and Brian Albert. Those guys killed a cop. I guess you're okay with killing cops. You're obviously, a fat, useless piece of shit. So that doesn't surprise me. I'm going to show up to their kids' football games. I'm going to be everywhere that they go. And I'm going to do the same with you. I know you don't like it when people come to your house. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. And that's not a threat. I'm an award-winning journalist. Are you worried that you're going to die in federal prison? Just want to know what you think of that. So give me a call back when you get this. Okay, we'll talk soon. Bye. We'll see if he calls back.
He has even called and harassed D.A. Morrissey's son, who has nothing to do with the case at all.
So this is TurtleBoy from Uncle TurtleBoy Daddy from TurtleBoy Daily News. Are you familiar with the blog?
I'm familiar with who you are, and this is his son, yes.
Oh, you're his son. What's up with your dad? Why is he such a scumbag?
That's not very nice.
Do you think Karen Reed's innocent?
I don't.
What makes you think she's guilty?
Like, why does it matter?
I don't want to influence anything here, but if that was my dad, I'd be like, Dad, can you stop doing things that send you to prison? Just saying. Tell your dad to call me back. He's got my number now, okay? Okay.
Aidan is aware that his actions are very much criminal. He doesn't care because he has leveraged his social media presence and willingness to engage in harassment and intimidation to a point that he feels that he is above the law.
They've already made up their mind. You're not talking them out of it. Don't talk to cops. So that's all I got to say about that. And I will never talk to you motherfuckers. Lawyer! And I'm going to get a good lawyer too. And me and Karen can have our own his and her charges. And you can try to do all that. But that's it.
Guess we'll test that theory out.
Well, that didn't age well.
Yeah, is he on his channel right now doing that or what? Oh, no.
So CBS News in Boston picked it up. I just put it in the back, like
his channel's done.
Segment
Yeah, his channel's done. Yeah, his channel's so done. Like YouTube, once it picks up,
we just say, oh, here it is. Okay, I'll pop it on real quick.
Yeah,
He
like
was dissed.
yeah, like once you embarrass YouTube, YouTube is going to do a cover up, and that means get rid of all the evidence basically of their like fuck up of like letting this guy do that. So like it might disappear, but he has like a strong like other presence in other places, so it won't affect him that much really because he's like all over the place. But yeah, YouTube might get rid of him because that's what they do. YouTube.
He's already demonetized, I think.
Yeah.
Who calls himself TurtleBoy
has made his first court appearance after being arrested on charges of witness intimidation in the John O'Keefe murder case. A judge released him on personal recognizance and ordered him to stay away from the people he's accused of harassing. If he violates that condition, he would be put in jail. Kearney has been writing for months about the case and recording himself while confronting witnesses. A special prosecutor who's handling this case said in court that Kearney has been sending messages to witnesses in the O'Keefe case, which they found harassing. But his defense says that he's just giving his opinion. Karen Reed is accused of hitting O'Keefe with her car and leaving O'Keefe to die in a blizzard back in January of last year.
See, the special prosecutor wouldn't be in with Boston police. You know?
Yeah, I don't know too much about that, so I can't comment. So, don't know.
It would be hard to believe, I would think, right?
Yeah, I think it's special prosecutor. They brought him in from somewhere else.
So it was like a grand jury, right?
Yeah, there was a grand jury, but I mean, it wasn't the normal prosecutor that is handling the case.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, like they did with like Alec Baldwin. They brought in like a special prosecutor. For
Yeah, so you can't really say there's a conspiracy.
Yeah.
They probably were sitting back building their case, and then eventually they decide, okay, now's the time, because this guy's been harassing all the witnesses and celebrating that he's harassing these witnesses and doing witness intimidation on his website, and he's harassing the DA and he's harassing all these other people, and they're like, we don't want this to be the norm, so you've overstepped your bounds of free speech, and now you're actually hurting other people. And if you're cheerleading a guy who's basically superseding his free speech, his rights over yours, then that's not America. I'm sorry. That's not cool to have some guy harass you and then supersede all your rights because he believes he has more rights than you.
Unfortunately, a lot of damage has already been done.
Yeah, I mean, but it also hurts it. It also hurts Karen Reed case because a lot of people who watch this and they'd be like, okay, well, this guy's an asshole. And maybe she's an asshole, and that's just how it is. Some people just like simple as that, pretty much, just association. So,
yeah, I was more talking about like the kid.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's sad that kid. He can't even go to college or anything. He had to stop going to college and all that. He was getting harassed and stuff. It's sad. His whole fucking life changed, and he didn't have nothing to do with nothing.
Yeah, well, that happened to during the Kylie Rodney case. Jagger.
Yeah.
I know it did.
Sammy a little.
Firsthand, I mean, I talked to him firsthand about it. Like it.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That was nuts.
It impacted his life a lot in many different ways.
Yeah. Probably still is.
I don't know. People ain't prepared for it either. You know what I mean? They don't know what the hell's going on.
Yeah. With that much attention on you.
Yeah.
Or something. It's freaky.
Well, yeah, and the internet, as they know, is like, watching YouTube videos or Facebook.
Especially now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Used to like the harassment and shit and the messages coming in hundreds at a time and
Yeah, and like there's certain things that Karen says that just doesn't quite add up, like the change of stories. Like, for instance, Reed told Proctor that she dropped off O'Keefe off at Fairview and went home because she had a stomach ache, and that she never saw him enter the house. During an interview with Boston, she said that she saw O'Keefe run up the house and enter through the door of the breezeway, and that she waited some 10 minutes to hear from him that it was copacetic.
Copacetic.
Copacetic. Sorry about my ability to see that word. I never seen that word before. So I'm a fucking idiot.
Copacetic.
Copacetic. Sorry, I learned a new word. Hooked on Phonics works for me. For her to join him and his friends and left when he didn't answer her call or come back. The theory that reads team, so it's like there's multiple changes of the story, and it doesn't help your situation because just like Judge Judy says, the truth doesn't require a good memory.
Yeah, and why her saying she didn't know if they invited, she was directly invited to go over there. So her story is, well, they didn't invite me, so I went home. No, I think they were fighting. That's just my theory.
I think they were.
Yeah, they were fighting, and he said, let me out of the
But I don't think she hit him on purpose, though. I think she maybe still was like you said, like they get out. He got out of the car quick, and she backed up really fast and hit him on accident.
And it's not like it hadn't happened before. Remember Harris, the woman? I think it was in Galveston, Texas. She ran over him, then she backed over him, then she ran over him again, and she was on camera from the hotel. It was a big case. I mean, she didn't just run over him; she backed over him, run over him again. When you're mad, and she was definitely drunk, and she could have blacked out. They have those blackout, because she kept asking, "Did I hit him?" But I don't know where they came up with murder.
She did have a little bit of damage. They said, like back there, right? Like very slight though.
You're not going to make a lot of damage when an SUV hits a person. There's not going to be too much damage to.
Yeah, because it's higher up. Right?
Yeah, there's not going to be damage to the car. I've seen a couple of car accidents.
Okay.
I've seen. Let's just say with my profession, I've seen a couple of car accidents, and the car sometimes has like no damage while the person's literally in a wheelchair, and looks like they've been beat the shit out of. Yeah.
It's true. It's true. It is because if it was like a regular car, it's different because
you might see
so much lower.
Yeah.
Right. Ish.
Somebody.
I guess it's in the same spot, but I don't know.
Somebody smoking a bong in here?
No, that was water.
That was Ellie.
I was just filling up my. I wasn't filling up my.
Okay, and this is an interesting part here.
It sounded like a bong.
It says, what's more, two sources claim that the confrontation between O'Keefe and the boisterous beer-drinking teens on his lawn that Reed recalled actually involved another teen entirely and not Collins at all. And when it comes to the suspicion raised by Brian Albert getting rid of the dog, selling his house, a source with knowledge of the situation says Albert got rid of the dog after it got in a fight with another dog, and that he had already contacted a real estate agent about selling the house prior to the night O'Keefe was killed. So,
well, and it was a trained canine, right? A trained canine wouldn't just attack someone unless he was told to, I guess.
Yeah, unless he got the order, basically.
But so he just went through all that and never. Yeah, I don't. It's just too far fetched to.
What's with all the bananas?
The bananas.
In the chat.
Oh shit! There are a lot of bananas. What's going on with the bananas?
What is the banana thing? Is that something new? What's a banana? Flutter, Emily, Rowena. What's this banana thing? Is this like the carrot thing? Is there like a banana?
Oh God!
Now?
What banana thing? I don't know what
Look
you're
at all
talking
the
about.
bananas in chat.
The banana.
Idea.
The banana inning.
Flutter and Emily and Rowena are talking banana talk, and now Stereophonics mom talking bananas.
I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Everybody's putting in bananas.
A boar. Uh-oh. What's going on? What the fuck happened?
Banana hammock.
Oh shit.
A banana. Okay, I'll stop.
The banana conspiracy. I don't know what I'm saying. But yeah, I mean, like, I think like Kearney's lawyer is actually good and probably, did a very good defense. Like, he's doing a good defense. I'm not doubting that. Very good defense. He's raising reasonable doubt. There's people that doubt that she's, guilty, and that's what he's doing. But my problem is just simply the harassment of the families. Like, it's just crazy to me. Like, that people are okay with that. Like, okay. you do you, I guess.
Problem is, he's not discouraging the guy at all. It's like Karen comes out and she's Miss America waving to the audience, you know?
I always thought that's the one thing that kind of gets to me. I was like, she seemed like this is a guy. I don't know. She seems. Is that normal? Like, I don't know how her effect is a little bit different than I. You know what I mean?
Karen Reed, you're talking about her affect?
Yeah, her emotional
How?
effect. It's
Yeah.
weird a little bit because like your longtime boyfriend, who you knew for years ago, is allegedly murdered by a group of cops, right? You believe this, and you're kind of like you're kind of enjoying the spotlight. And I would think like the two emotions that you would have is anger because you're being falsely accused of murder of your spouse and being framed in her mind, right? And depression, like sadness about the whole thing. And I don't know if I sense that too much in the effect when she's standing in
Yeah,
the crowd.
I've never seen a defense attorney, even Casey Anthony, she never got on the microphone. Well, I guess everybody hated her. But Jose Baez was kind of that kind of attorney, you know?
Yeah.
But I've never seen a murder suspect enjoy their notoriety. I don't guess. Maybe
Yeah, I just don't get it. I mean, I just don't get the emotional situation with them. It's like it just doesn't make sense to me. You know, and just like a feeling, like if I was being falsely accused of murdering someone I loved, and then I'm also, you know, I'm angry and I want these people to fucking face justice because these sons of bitches have taken someone important from me in my mind, and I would be sad that a person's lost. I would not. My actions would be a little bit different. I'm just saying, maybe people react differently, but my actions would be a little bit different because I would be thinking about anger and sadness.
And she found him, right? They didn't, you know? So that puts a kind of a kibosh on it for me is even if she's mad at him or whatever, she's the one that found him. They didn't point him out to her. You know, she just happened to jump out of the car and go to the exact spot where he was. And she didn't come back by herself to look for him. She got a witness to go with her. Like, and then why didn't she call the house and say, is he still there? Like, I can't find John. Is John still there? She didn't. She just called John. She never called anybody at the house.
Yeah, there's certain things that's just like the effect of that person, like their emotional response is a little bit off to me. But I don't know. I mean, it could be just me nitpicking and me being just like maybe people react to drop like on things differently than other people. But that's just my thing, like my thought process. But I don't know. If anyone else has that feeling, they can do that same thing.
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's a sign of psychopathy to me that you can not feel, you know, when you built yourself up in your own head, she's believing her own press. And she probably doesn't remember. Maybe she doesn't. I just don't know where they got murder out of.
I think personally
an accident, unless they have something. We don't know.
Yeah, unless they have something really concrete. But I personally think if she did hit him with the car, I think it's an accident, and I think they're probably overcharging her. Which even then, like I think that she would be off because they're overcharging her. Because I don't think she purposely decided to murder her, you know, him that day or plan it out. I think probably she was drunk. It's snowing. It's dark. She was angry. She pulled back. She didn't realize she hit him, and she just drove off.
Right. But I don't think the prosecution would go to murder because they'll have to show something. Yeah. And so they may have, like, we won't know whether they have anything that points to that because the defense is only looking for exculpatory evidence from them. You know, that's what they keep asking for. They're not going to look for something that's going to, they already have it, probably, I would imagine. But they're not going to advertise. You know what I mean? Like they probably have something more. We just don't know. Maybe another phone call, maybe some other evidence, because murder, that's
hard to prove. That's, you got to prove the intent of the person and their mind.
Right. And they may have that. We just don't know it.
I mean, it could be that they're just saying, "Well, they've been fighting. Look at all these text messages of these people fighting and all that stuff," and that might be their game plan. But who knows? I mean, I just think they're overcharging with that. I think she accidentally killed him. But
Well,
Did you
I
see
hope
what
not.
Deanna just said in chat? This is like unrelated, but that Queen was picked for season 3 of Turtle Island? Is that true or fiction?
Is Queen on there again?
I don't know, but like I said, I don't bring attention to that fucking stupid
I know,
ass shit.
I know.
Anything
I
to do with it.
know.
If you know, then why would you say it out loud like that?
Oh, I didn't know.
Oh no, Turtle. I mean,
Yeah, because I don't
Chat
fuck
just
with
said
that, and I don't want to be on his stupid ass fucking island.
I'm sorry.
I don't want no fucking part of it. I don't want anybody going over there and spending money to fucking vote me off. I don't give a fuck about his stupid ass bullshit, and I want no fucking parts of it, especially after all the fuck shit they've caused. Fuck them. No, absolutely not. I want nothing to fucking do with that bullshit. He knows that. He knows how I feel about that. And no, hell no.
I didn't know.
I hope nobody from here fucking sends any kind of money or supports that at all in any way, shape, or form. That's how I feel about it.
You probably want to tell people because I don't think everybody. I mean, I wouldn't go over there. Bob Weir's good point. I'm glad I could make one. I don't think everybody would probably. I mean, I don't think they'd think you want to be on it.
yeah, well, who cares? I mean, like I let them do their. I mean, I'm not.
Yeah,
gonna pay attention to
I
that.
don't watch it, so I don't know.
For that. But anyway, let me see.
Why the fuck would they want? Why the fuck would they
Well,
put
good-
me on there other than to start shit?
I don't know, but I'm not talking about it.
Yeah, it's
No,
fucking
yeah.
ridiculous. I'm not
Even right now.
about fucking 5 goddamn
I brought it
profiles
up. I'm
in
sorry.
the fucking chat to let us know. That's just oh my
Well,
god.
I don't think she knew.
Yeah, she just was
No,
reading
I'm not
chat.
saying. I'm just saying there was 5 fucking goddamn troll accounts in here trying to flood the fucking chat with it, like we get
Oh,
to it.
I didn't see that.
I'm sorry. Could be just bullshit.
They've been blocked and deleted out of here because we do not give a fuck.
Yeah, we're talking about TurtleBoy. We're talking about the Kearney case, not about him. But anyway,
Who in their right mind would donate money to a... Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that was about TurtleBoy. You guys...
if you go,
well, everybody's talking about it. So.
But anyway,
yeah, and yeah, it'll be interesting. I'm going to try to put together something. And then, I'll be doxxed even more after doing it.
That's
You
how
went
I was
after
like,
that.
should we even go over this?
Yeah, well, that one girl, oh my gosh. He went right after her. I wonder if she kept her job. She worked for the DA's office or something.
Well, he just posted on his Twitter or something about there was some troll account of something, and he posted. Is that who you're talking about?
Yeah, a woman that worked in I don't think this DA office, but in an office like that. Yeah,
I think that's the same one. Yeah.
Yeah, and her family, and it's on his blog.
Did you read Coffindoffer, Jennifer Coffindoffer's Twitter response?
No, he hates her though.
Yeah,
Rabbit sent me one. Yeah, she sent me one.
Yeah, it says if you want to, it says it sometimes takes a while for justice to come, but it is on its way. Early this morning, I advised that Dr. TurtleBoy was arrested on multiple state charges. I've never revealed that privately via email. Aidan Kearney threatened not only me but also my family and my children. Why? Merely because of my initial post that I agreed with the state's position that there was probable cause to believe Karen Reed killed John O'Keefe. Really a shame that this is the state of the true crime community, that a person can disagree about a case and be relentlessly stalked and maligned. To the relief of many, specifically those he continues to falsely accuse of killing Officer O'Keefe, justice is literally knocking at the door of Aidan. I hope those subscribing and following him will take a deep dive into who he is, his lack of credentials, and what he has said in his blogs that have hurt so many, his past history with the law, and I'm grateful that the prosecutors have taken action and that there will be relief for so many innocent people. I will post documents after arraignment. And I'll see if I should actually post documents though, but
yeah, and I don't understand why he would do all this, and he has kids. I just think people like that feel like nobody's going to go after their kids, and usually they don't. because most people are decent, you know.
Well, I mean, most people just don't want to get into that type of shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
who wants to deal with that craziness? You'd rather just walk away. I mean, you don't want to put your real life in jeopardy for, you know, getting into an argument. You know what I mean? Like, you just say, okay, this person is not right in the head. Let me just walk the fuck away, basically. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, but they're not walking away. I mean, you know, he's not. Well, he is now. But these were that guy's friends. You know, I mean, if I lost my friend that way and you're yelling in my face all the time, bad.
Yeah, it says here, Officer Saraf. Okay, so we're going through the timeline, I guess, now. Okay, cool. Cool. I think Arenas ignores my 2 comments about the gummies. Oh, shit. Let me see.
Dictum, who is speaking?
Who is speaking? Dictum. Nice name.
Dictum. Oh, Dictum. Oh, gotcha.
Dictum. Ah, nice name. I like the troll. I like the troll in you.
Yeah.
Did she block you and me, Emily? Let me see. Heels Dictum.
Well, I mean, it has my name, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, it's blocked right now due to the
okay.
The thing right there. I think Queen is wants to go through the timeline of events. I think Ellie left or Ellie's still on. I'm not sure. Ellie's quiet.
I can't see.
Oh, okay, cool.
I'm a clip channel. Hey, Dictum. I thought so.
Oh, I thought you were like, you know,
making
my
fun.
name's Tim, Dick, Tim. I thought, I was like, okay, that's kind of funny. That's cool.
They weren't friends. Only Jen was cool with him. John O'Keefe wasn't friends with the cops.
No, I think she's basically talking about like the guy who invited the gentleman invited to the house. Let me see. Scroll up. Well, we're waiting for Queen. I don't know. Queen's probably dealing with Damn it, Duke, or I don't know what the other dog. I don't know what the other dog's name is, and some birds and family, and possibly doing cartel shit. You know, the usual stuff. I've seen him in other places. I don't think it's play on your name. Okay, cool. Either or, I wouldn't mind either way. I don't really care too much about the trolls or anything. I kind of find funny, but I'm not going to be like perplexed and yell at the chat like, God damn it. Let me see.
There's a new clip channel called the Chronicles of the Oblivious, which I was very weary of to begin with, but they have a lot of good clips.
I was thinking to myself, that's like JLR getting revenge on Betty, and he just created a fucking clip channel to fuck with her. Just like, okay.
Maybe.
Okay, it's on. It just starts clipping her.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this whole thing is crazy. Let me see. I wanted to stop by. Okay.
Hey, Dan.
Let me see.
Yeah, she's good.
He claims to ask for, or try for reaction. He claims they would loudly protest their innocence and attack him, or he claimed that they would use legal avenue to try to silence him. Well, they have. I think they tried to do an order of protection against them, one of them. And then he made a live stream complaining about that. And if he wants, no trouble about my channel, it's named Mashup. You're not the victim. You're just a dick. Oh, okay, cool. You're not a victim. You're just a dick. Okay, I got you. It's actually pretty interesting. But, yeah, I mean, like, and I think, like, he's opening himself up to be sued to oblivion. But, you know, once, like, if Karen Reed, you know, is found guilty, he's going to be sued. He might even be sued now. I mean, like, for what he's done, yeah, he could be sued right now. I mean, like, and as much as people say, well, there's no money, well, you know, some people just sue just to fuck with you. That's how, unfortunately, it is.
Well, if she is found not guilty, they're going to have a huge lawsuit.
Yeah. And it's funny. It's like, you know, a lot of people are gassing him up, saying, oh, keep on going. But there, you know, at the end of the day, a lot of people will gas you up and tell you to do stupid shit. And then
Absolutely.
And then once And once you jump off that ledge, and you'll notice that all the people that were gassing
They
you up,
leave.
they
Yep.
don't follow you. They just gas you up and fuck you
Yeah.
over.
And they
So,
go, bye.
bye. Good.
And
Thank
you're
you
going,
for
hey.
the thank you for the entertainment.
Oh,
You know, now you can go to jail and deal with
yeah.
being sued. You know what I mean? That's my advice to people. Like, cover your own asses. Who gives a fuck about the audience? If the audience is going to tell you to do stuff illegal and all this stuff just to get views, fuck that. Just don't do it. It's not worth it. Get 2,000 extra people in your chat and some few like $10,000-$20,000. Not worth it to possibly, because now he's going to have to pay a lawyer to defend him from this case. He's got 8 charges, and I think he's dead to rights. They're probably going to push it on him, and now he's going to deal with it. Now he's going to, I don't think it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be thrown out. I do not think it's going to be thrown out. I think he's going to fucking be fully prosecuted, and they're just going to have to play all the clips of what he said and what he's done, and he's going to go away. And I don't know if he's going to go away for 10 years or a year or whatnot. We'll see. But it's not worth it. It's not worth it.
Yeah, you can't go at cops and prosecutors like that and think, shit, I would be scared of the next ticket I got.
Well,
that was in the back of the jail.
Well, there's real corruption. Like, for instance, I was watching BJ Investigates, and she was going through Long Island Auditor. Now, that's real corruption, what he's going through, what he's being forced, because he's just an auditor. If you know what an auditor channel is, he goes to precincts and films. So he goes to a precinct to get a FOIA request while filming. They arrest him. He hears information about Patrick Ryder, who basically is the commissioner who was running the forfeiture forfeiture division, and he was like detective sergeant or something, and for some reason he got like a promotion from detective sergeant all the way up to commissioner in just one go, like that.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy. So basically he's running the forfeiture thing. He wants to do a FOIA request on the forfeiture to see where the money's going. He goes to another government building. He films there. They don't even give him a warning before arresting him. They said, oh, you're not allowed to film here. You're not allowed to film here.
The one you just sent me?
Yeah, the Patrick Ryder one, right?
Do you want to send it and I'll pop it on real quick?
Yeah, you want to, let me see.
So the one that knows, I'm sorry, I just came back in. I must have missed you guys switching over to it.
Yeah, because you weren't moving it, and we were just talking, and I just played the whole thing.
No, it's okay. It's all right.
Yeah. So, I mean, the BJ one is, let me see. I think the first video, because she did 2 videos on it, but basically, I'm trying to figure out which one's the best one to do. She also did a interview here. I think this is the first one that's pretty interesting, but it actually shows the video later on. It's 30 minutes, but if you can go to his channel, the Long Island Auditor, he actually has the video. It shows the video of the cops. But long story short, basically, he goes to another government building. They arrest him, no warning, right? They take his camera equipment, everything. He goes to the commissioner's house, knocks on the door to get an interview with the lady, right? The lady comes out. She says, I don't want to talk to you. He goes out. He leaves. He walks the streets, whatever. He leaves her property. 12 officers respond, like literally run to the house over that, right? He eventually leaves, goes back to his place in Suffolk County. This is all in Nassau County, right? Then basically the district attorney, who is kind of friends with the commissioner, decides to send officers from Nassau County to Suffolk County without letting Suffolk County police officers know, to arrest him for like a trespass charge. They go there with plain clothes, plain view, and unmarked cars. They drive up to his rental properties, threaten his tenants, state that if you do not show your ID, we're going to arrest you. We want to know where this guy is. They proceed to find him. They just drive up, no lights. They almost crash his car. And then he runs, the auditor guy, the Long Island auditor guy, runs to his house, goes into his house, right? The unmarked guy in the unmarked thing walks out of the car, tries to go to the house. And then what happens is that when the guy saw the camera, tries to cover his face, the cop.
Yeah.
Then he proceeds to realize he can't really go through the door or anything. So he leaves. Hour later, actual uniformed officers from Nassau County come. So basically, they sent unmarked people from Suffolk County to arrest someone for trespassing in Nassau County, and that's ridiculous. So they knock on the door.
Wow.
They can't arrest them. It gets worse. It gets worse. They knock on the door. They can't arrest them or break down the door because it's just you can't do that with that type of level. So what happens is, while he's kind of where he goes on vacation or kind of skedaddles away, due to a comment left on one of his videos of an alleged address of one of the people that he's investigating, right? The judge orders a restraining order, 8 restraining orders that he can't go near any police stations or any sort of certain government places or stuff like that. You have to read the video he shows it. So basically now he's in a situation where if he turns himself in, he could be breaking the restraining order. And it's all due to a comment in a YouTube video that someone made.
Damn.
Not only that, he finds out that Patrick Ryder basically has a history where he was called Psycho Patty. And the reason why he was called Psycho Patty is because he used to sit in a tree, and at one time he saw a drug dealer and jumped down on the drug dealer from the tree. And he was also arrested for beating up a suspect in handcuffs. He also got into kerfuffle in 2021 when he basically said something about hiring. Why were you not hiring black minorities or into the police force? And he said, and out of certain I think 4,600 of the applications, only 21. And he basically said, most of these people are from broken families. So he had some kerfuffle about that. So yeah, he's got a history. So he's also known as Psycho Patty is his nickname.
Okay. I've heard that name.
Yeah, Psycho Patty. There's a lot. So I guess you could play it, but yeah, this is the news report. So he actually shows the video. She actually shows the surveillance of them actually trying to pull up in front of his house. But anyway, you can play it, Queen Occupied.
Involved in Laura Kern, the previous Nassau County executive who appointed Ryder commissioner.
He couldn't even answer no to that.
No comment.
I kind of feel like content, but these that you can use, and really it's just the best way to do it, because there's all live 22 hours ago, journalist exposes police commissioner Patrick Psycho Ryder. Where is the accountability? So basically what had happened was David Schuster from Rebel HQ Media did make a video on this as well. So basically what I'm going to be reacting to today is Sean Reyes's coverage of David's video. So strictly speaking, it is like reacting to a reacting video, but Sean gives some new information in his reaction that I really want y'all to hear kind of from the source itself. This is just my opinion and my commentary that I'm going to be giving as I move along, but I will link both Sean's video and David's video. So those two videos exist without my commentary, without my opinion. So before you go into my comment section and type, this is just a reaction to a reaction, please go click those links and get off my damn channel, because I'm getting sick of y'all shit. I'm getting sick of the shit. And you will notice that I have been responding a little more aggressively to hate comments, because at some point I am going to have to start taking up for myself. I'm not going to let you people terrorize and bully and harass me into infinity and beyond. This is the Queen's Court. I will remind you, and you are not going to comment to me out of the side of your damn neck hole like you do not know how to act in the Queen's Court. Okay. So to put it nicely, there's 2 videos on the internet that you can watch that I'm not in. Bye. Okay, so now let's actually get into the heart of this video and start to react to Sean's video itself.
Lights and sirens for a man with a camera.
What are you doing here?
Working on a story of corruption.
Brave Patty or brutal psycho, conflicting views of officer accused of abuse. The alleged abusive suspects already in handcuffs was both physical and racial. Ryder threatened a lawyer in court saying he would, quote, take care of the attorney. And Ryder developed an extremely close relationship with former Nassau County executive Laura Kern.
In my last video about this, I kind of discussed Patrick Ryder, the police commissioner in Nassau County, and how the district attorney was like,
all right, is it okay at 1.25 or you wanted up to 1.5?
Or you can use, you can actually go to Rebel Media, Rebel HQ. I put the video in the back. It's 10 minutes long, and it's just without the reaction, maybe. That would probably be better. She's reacting to the video that he did. And I just put in the post and back.
My wife yells at me all the time, you're going to get in trouble.
By all accounts, Nassau County, New York Police Commissioner Patrick Ryder is charismatic, but he also faces accusations that he is corrupt and psychotic.
Policing's gotten better.
We're not perfect.
Most recently, Ryder dispatched plainclothes cops in unmarked cars to a different county to intimidate and try to arrest a citizen journalist. A journalist who's been digging into alleged Nassau County Police slush funds and financial irregularities. The visiting Nassau County cops, who initially did not tell local Suffolk County cops about this raid, saw home security cameras and put on masks and face coverings. What were the police trying to hide? What were they intending to do?
My name's Sergeant Griller at the Nassau County Police Department.
More on this incident in a moment. Controversy has long followed Patrick Ryder. Even at the beginning of his police career, Ryder sparked headlines. Brave Patty or brutal psycho, conflicting views of officer accused of abuse. The alleged abuse of suspects already in handcuffs was both physical and racial. In the case of jury hears cop brutality charge, Ryder threatened a lawyer in court saying he would, quote, take care of the attorney. Through the years, there have been multiple complaints against Ryder for excessive force. And yet, Ryder continued to rise through the ranks.
I raised a lot of money here in forfeiture, did a lot with intel, lowered crime.
By forfeiture, he's talking about asset forfeiture. For many years, Ryder was in charge of the program, and he used some of the funds, as he noted in this recent police podcast, to expand the Nassau County Police intelligence capabilities.
We used to have 2 people doing intel. We now have close to 70 people doing intel. And as this room that you're in this outside area, is all the 70 people that work in what we call intel. There's about 25,000 square feet dedicated to that.
And again, it was mostly paid for by the asset forfeiture program Ryder oversaw.
So he's pissed. He don't want them looking into shit.
But what else did Ryder spend money on? The commissioner has repeatedly refused to open up the books and allow an independent forensic accounting review. And as controversies go, that's just the start. By his own admission, Ryder developed an extremely close relationship with former Nassau County Executive Laura Curran, who named Ryder police commissioner. Some of Ryder's own police say the relationship was inappropriate. Amidst all of this, over the summertime, Nassau County government offices got a surprise visit from constitutional auditor and independent journalist Sean Paul Reyes, also known as Long Island Audit.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are just getting inside the Department of Health and Human Services here.
Oh, you recording? No, get that out of my face.
But ma'am, you're coming. Calm down. You're coming up to me, and then you're asking me why I'm recording, and then to stop recording you.
Just a heads up, they don't even let News 12 come in here. If News 12 comes to film things, they have to film outside, facing the cameras away from the building.
Well, maybe News 12 doesn't know their constitutional rights. I've heard a lot of bad things about this office.
Well, damn.
I hate those auditors.
I'm not interviewing you. You came to me. Respectfully, I'm not trying to be disrespectful to either of you. I'm just saying that the taxpayers of Nassau County pay a lot of money for you guys to enforce the law and uphold the Constitution.
We're done talking from now on.
You have the right to remain silent. That's fine. Okay.
Thank you for
Sure, no problem, sir. Yeah.
The government facility is allowed to restrict
Not true.
videotaping.
The onus is on the government employees, the public servants, in order to keep that information safe.
The law enforcement officers stepped away.
It's a big walk of shame here.
But they gave Reyes a warning.
Starting tomorrow, they're not going to let you do it.
So starting today, no. For today, no. And then starting tomorrow, they're not going to let me.
The building's closed, so we're done. If you come back tomorrow.
So they're telling him, fuck that. Don't come back.
Yeah, pretty much. And the funny thing is, he picks up a pretty good point, and he says, well, people are like, you're filming me without your approval, but, that place has surveillance cameras. So everyone that goes into that building is already being videotaped when they walk in. So what's the difference between him doing it and the building doing it?
I think harassment, because these auditors they harass the hell out
Yeah,
of
there's some, I would agree with you. There's a lot of bad auditors. Like there is for instance, Doug No Thanks was an auditor, and he was a real piece of shit. Like a real piece of shit. Like I've seen him harass people on the streets and all that shit. But a lot of times I think the reason he goes into these buildings is because he's doing like kind of a FOIA request, and he kind of doesn't trust like these cops probably. And he wants to have his own records just in case some sort of interaction does occur. But there are auditors that will go and personally just try to piss people off so they can either get a lawsuit or get some sort of reaction. So there are bad apples. There are definitely bad apples in the bunch. I don't know if this is the case with this one, because I think like he Went there and he was like, okay, well, I'm allowed to film here and I'm getting a FOIA request. And there's an appropriate way for officers to react and an inappropriate way to officers to
Yeah,
react.
but I don't think they're going to react the way they have to him when all he's doing is that. You know, just I'm
You'll
just
see.
coming in.
Well, they basically arrested him twice for this.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I bet if you watched his other videos, they're probably, I don't know, but I would think he's got some where he's harassing cops. Otherwise, why would they be so mad?
Jen said, did he just say that policeman, did he just say that policeman had the right to remain silent?
Yes, he did. He did say that. Oh my, I know. I just caught that too. But I think that was the officer, the
All right,
younger.
I'm playing the rest of this real
All right.
quick.
Oh, okay. See you tomorrow. So we'll be back here tomorrow and we'll see what happens then.
The next day, Reyes returned to the government building. Police arrested him and seized his camera and video footage.
I was unlawfully arrested, locked in a jail cell for several hours, and my camera equipment stolen from me. Ultimately, I was charged with criminal trespass in the 3rd degree, which carries a maximum sentence of 90 days of incarceration.
As Reyes started posting his videos, he said he got a flood of sources and new leads about Nassau County budgets and questionable spending.
Today, we are at the Nassau County office building here in Mineola, New York.
Wait till you walk back to your car. Go up making it home tonight. You cannot film in here, sir.
The more I investigate the Nassau County government, the more corruption I find.
Much of the alleged corruption Reyes kept hearing about involved Police Commissioner Patrick Ryder.
That's why he wasn't having it. He's like, oh, fuck this. He's poking around in the wrong places, in all the wrong spaces. Get your nose out of shit.
I have some FOIA requests I have to submit. Excuse me, ma'am? Can I film in here?
Reyes requested documents and financial records, but got stonewalled.
Nope, you didn't get rid of me yet.
So Reyes decided to try and question Police Commissioner Ryder by going to the commissioner's home.
This I don't like. I don't like him going to the house.
Racist, using racial slurs. I have an inside source in the police department that is feeding me all this information, and we're just trying to get to the bottom of it. How the Nassau County Police Commissioner is using asset forfeiture to steal people's property and use it for his own benefit.
Yeah, I don't like him going to the house. That's the one thing he should not have done. I really do.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's not cool at all, man. That's not cool at all.
But look how many officers show up. Like, holy fuck.
Yeah, it's the police commissioner.
That's like 12. I think it was like 12
Yeah, I
officers.
was gonna say you're at the police commissioner's house.
Raining down hell.
Yeah, they're gonna get like fucking 30 cops down there.
This is called you fuck around and you find out.
Yeah, this was dumb. Yeah, this was dumb.
You can't go to his where he lays his kid, where he lays his head, where his kids sleep. That's a whole different level right there. You take a shit to a whole different ball game there.
Hi, Mrs. Ryder? Yeah. Hi, my name is Sean. I'm an independent journalist.
Commissioner Ryder was not home.
Wondering if you had any... Sure, ma'am. I just want to let you know that your husband's under investigation. Lights and sirens for a man with a camera.
What are you doing here?
Working on a story of corruption that involves the police, your boss, the police commissioner, Patrick Ryder. Does everybody get special treatment like this?
This is a figure of the police department.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Thanks, guys. I don't want to block anybody's driveway.
Commissioner's wife said she asked you to leave. She shut the door.
And I left.
Okay.
I'm going to exercise my right to remain silent. I don't have to prove anything.
I'm going to need ID from you, though.
I didn't break any laws.
You were possibly trespassing.
Will you arrest me if I don't identify myself?
I'm not going to arrest you if you don't identify yourself.
Oh, wait, so I don't want to. I want to remain silent. I want to exercise my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. She didn't answer my question. You got here really quick. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. I don't have anything else. I'm not standing outside somebody's house. I was just asking her a question based on the allegations of corruption.
Do you have identification on you?
Sir, I don't, and I don't give it up unless I've broken the law, sir. All right?
Yep.
So I'm going to be going.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Have a wonderful day.
You too, sir. Take care. Stay safe out there, all right?
Reyes left, but a few days later, a protective order was issued against him, blocking Reyes from police headquarters. There was also a...
Damn, like I said, you fuck around, you find out. I wouldn't play with the police commissioner, not ever. No, nope.
Hell no.
I would never play with the judge. I would never play with the district attorney. Never play with the state's attorney. No, hell no. Those are no, absolutely not. You have the utmost respect for.
You may as well be going
Yeah.
to the mafia boss's house.
Yeah, like if this guy is as corrupt as you can, you just went to his house. You don't think he's gonna fucking just come after you at that point? Like I don't know. I would probably have just kept it to the government. I would have kept it in the government houses and never went to go to this guy's house. Be like, okay, just keep away from that shit.
Yeah, and he's not going there for any good. The commissioner is not going to come out and confess all the corruption to him.
You sure about that? You sure about that? You won't be like
laying it all out.
Yeah.
Yeah, these guys, God, I can't stand them.
Well, I mean, yeah, certain states you do have to actually give ID when a cop asks you. Some states you don't.
Yeah.
You know, it depends on the state, really. So.
A warrant for misdemeanor trespassing. Then, Police Chief Patrick Ryder dispatched plainclothes deputies to Reyes's neighborhood in Suffolk County. One unmarked car nearly crashed into Reyes on the street. Reyes drove home and was followed into his driveway.
So he covered his face with a mask when he saw the camera?
Yeah.
And he didn't even tell Nassau County that they were doing this arrest. They just drove from like Suffolk County to Nassau. Or it's actually Nassau to Suffolk, I think. Actually, Nassau to Suffolk.
So maybe they weren't going to arrest him.
Including uniformed
they were going to
Suffolk
arrest him.
County cops who had initially not been told about the Nassau County police effort to grab Reyes.
My name's Sergeant Griller at the Nassau County Police Department. I'm looking for Mr. Sean Paul Reyes. He has a warrant for his arrest.
The warrant for a nonviolent offense would not allow police to enter Reyes's home. And with the uniformed Suffolk County police watching, the Nassau County police eventually departed. The attempted arrest for a misdemeanor came on a Friday, late enough that had the police managed to get Reyes, he would have been forced to spend the weekend in a Nassau County jail before seeing a judge on Monday. Soon after this incident, Reyes says he was advised by a police source to leave the state for his own safety until a scheduled misdemeanor court appearance in October. In reporting this story, legal experts told us the actions against Reyes, including the criminal charge, were absurd. So I reached out to Nassau County Executive Bruce Blakeman, but Blakeman refused to take my call. When I reached a spokesperson for Police Chief Patrick Ryder, I was told there would be no comment for all questions. In other words, why didn't Nassau County Police notify Suffolk County Police about the raid? No comment. Does Nassau County routinely carry out arrest raids for a misdemeanor offense? No comment. Was this just an arrest? No comment. Why won't Police Commissioner Ryder allow an independent review of department finances? No comment. What is Commissioner?
How can he not let them, or they're not letting him do a review, or they won't let anyone do a review?
They won't let anyone get the review. Like he even offered that if he gets the records, he'll hire his own forensic accountant to go through the records. And they don't want to hand over the FOIA requests for the forfeiture records.
Oh, the forfeiture records.
Yeah, because there's an allegation that there's misappropriation of funds. That's what he's alleging. The auditor, and he wants those FOIA records for the to just basically look through the forfeiture records and basically see and have a forensic accountant go through them. And this is allowed in the Freedom of Information Act. So it's he wants to see them, and he's not handing them over basically. Also, the problem is he can't turn himself into authorities right now for his warrant because it would go against his the protective order to stay away from police stations. So he would kind of be breaking the order if he walked in there right now.
Yeah,
and it was that order was not even there was no evidence. There was no hearing where he was just, they gave that order basically based off a YouTube comment that they allege had said that had someone's address in there from a random subscriber. So they gave 8 separate protective orders based on a YouTube comment that they don't even show to the judge. They just said there was.
8?
Yes, 8.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So if he actually goes to the actual precinct, he might be breaking the protective order.
So much craziness.
So, I mean, like, so I guess.
Yeah, that's crazy as hell, because once they charge you with something, then you have, you're at the, you're at the hand, you're basically at the hands of the DA and the judge. I mean, unless you're going to hire an attorney.
Yeah, get a good attorney.
I mean, other than that, I mean, you're stuck with pretty much whatever they say or whatever they suggest,
Yeah, pretty much.
Seems like he could sue them for this.
Oh, he is going to sue them.
Oh, yes.
He said it. He's going to sue them.
Oh, the guy said that?
Yes, he's going to sue he's going to sue them. Yeah, he's absolutely going to sue them. He actually was on BJ being interviewed. And yeah, he said he was going to sue them.
Oh, wow. I'll have to watch it later.
Yeah, he went on BJ's channel. He did an interview with her, discussion. I mean, like, I don't agree with, like, the whole going to people's houses, that shit. I do not agree with that fucking shit. But, like, when it comes to the precinct, it's annoying. But, whatever, I mean, would you rather have, like, annoying, or would you rather have, like, the government say you can't film nothing in here and then, basically have secrecy? So. Right. It is what it is. You got to choose between once in a while having an annoying person come into a precinct and film, to having a police department have no recordings of what they're doing and stuff, shit like that.
Well, no, I think they can record. I just kind of think in a courthouse, maybe some people going in there might a matter of privacy, but you have no expectation of it in a courthouse. But what they do is, like, if there's even someone getting stopped, just getting a ticket, they'll come up and just start saying shit. Yeah, start saying shit to them.
Yeah, and also it's like I've seen situations. I remember a case where a disabled woman went to a Walmart, accidentally took something from the Walmart, right? Then later on, well, she just took it. She didn't and then they told her about it, and then she put it back, basically, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So she starts wandering. They call up the cops anyway. They find her on the side of the road walking. The cop goes there. He just immediately tackles her down, puts the handcuffs, actually dislocates her shoulder, doesn't offer any medical services, proceeds to really hurt her. And then the cops start laughing about it. Actually, when they took her in, they didn't even take her to the hospital. They left her in a cell. And when they were reviewing the tape, they were laughing at how they injured the woman. And what happened was that the footage on the guy, how they would try to hide it was they just misnumbered it so that it wouldn't be in the right category. They put a different number to it, so it'd be harder to search. So what happened was that they had an attorney that was representing for the civil suit actually found it, because she really had to really dig in there. But yeah, they mislabeled it purposely and put it into the system. And they did that because if you mislabel something, you only have to, if something's junk, basically, you only have to hold it for a certain amount of time, a shorter time period, and you can delete it.
Wow.
Yeah, some of the orders do consider themselves sovereign citizens. Yeah, and that's a wackadoo theory, personally. Sovereign citizens are wackadoos. I'm just saying that much. Fucking crazy. And if you don't know what a sovereign citizen is, it's weird. It's well, I'm allowed to travel the road, and I don't need to show you my driver's license because I have freedom to, ride this road, and you have no rights. And I have this book of rules that I created to show you, that you have no authority because I'm literally my own country.
And they have an application they give to the cop. I need you to fill this out.
Yeah, it's crazy. Sovereign citizens are the most hilarious thing to watch, though.
Yeah.
Don't say it 3 times; they'll hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, cops get a kick out of stopping them.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, but yeah, he's probably gonna sue, and he's probably gonna win. And the thing is, think about this: they sent a couple of cops after this guy to go from Nassau to Suffolk to basically arrest him for a B misdemeanor, and think of how much money that cost the state. or across that area, that district there, you know, whatever.
You know, you went to the commissioner's house and that was dumb. That's why people don't do it.
Yeah.
You know, right or wrong, it was dumb. Now he's got to spend money for an attorney.
Yeah, well, that's what happens. He looks like he's well off because he has rental properties. He has
Really?
Yeah, he has rental properties. He's got money. So he could sue. Yeah. He's got a bunch of rental properties.
How does he make his money from this?
Well, I mean, he has like a.
An auditor?
Yeah, he has like a. What is it? What's his channel? He's like 500,000 subs. Island Auditor. Let me see.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, his channel has 566,000 subs, and he gets, when he does a live, he gets about 395,000 people watch his lives.
People
Videos,
love watching that shit.
oh yeah, they love watching auditors. I mean, because like that's how I tell you. It's like, you know how people gas you up to fucking get your ass screwed over.
Right.
It's like people will gas you up to ruin your life. Like, yeah, go in there, film those corrupt cops. We're with you.
Go to the commissioner's house.
Go to the commissioner's house. That's an example.
Punch his wife.
Yeah, don't do that. I'm just saying, like, they say all these things, and then when you get thrown in jail, and then you're literally paying thousands of dollars to a fucking lawyer, and you're getting sued, they all disappear. Into the bushes they go. No one cares. They gas you up for that shit, and they gas you up to fail.
Yeah.
You know, so
I have to watch her channel. She's got a lot of good stuff on there.
BJ? Yeah, BJ
Yeah.
Investigates does great investigations. Like, she just does every subject. I think she was doing recent one is Eugenia Cooney. She was talking about.
Oh, see. Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta watch that one. Yeah, she does a lot of like investigations. She's actually in the middle of a litigation with Lima. I think Lima wrote, I think, a 400-page complaint. The second one,
Yeah.
and it was like fucking outrageous. I would be lying to you if I told you I read that, because I did not read 400 pages. That shit is too big. That's literally a novel.
Yeah. Queen was playing that last night.
Yeah, but it's crazy. Only if thou have zero interactions with the government agencies after legal age. Now, parents may have registered them with. Only if no contracts are coming. Okay, let me see. He'll get away money. That's not when he's lost his last case.
BJ Investigates. I don't know. Maybe a mod could put the link.
Oh yeah, I'll try to find it. No, BJ Investigates does a lot of interesting stuff, but she's just fighting this case. It kind of sucks because, you know, she's gonna have to pay a lot of money. She's like, but she raised like $50,000 for her defense, but still. And I think she's I think she did law. She was an attorney for 2 years, and she stopped and to do this. So
she was only an attorney 2 years.
Yeah, she went to law school, became an attorney for 2 years, did the whole Free Britney thing, I believe, and now she does YouTube full time, basically, and other things. So she has her law degree. I mean, a lot of people give negative comments to that, but I've seen many people just get their law degree and either use it for just never practice law, or maybe just keep it for like familiarity. You know, especially if you're in the real estate business, a lot of people who are in the real estate business will get a law degree.
Yeah.
A law degree, just so they have a familiarity with things. You know, contracts and shit like that is kind of a big deal when it comes to real estate. Like, I'm talking about big real estate. I'm talking about like millions of dollars in real estate, not like 50, not like a few $1,000s.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. She's a retired attorney. Yeah. So, it's good to have. I mean, listen, if you got the money and you can she was doing Britney Spears. Yeah. She's still doing it, which is kind of crazy. That story's kind of crazy.
Lawyers seem to do really well on YouTube.
Oh yeah. Yeah. LawTube, it's called.
LawTube, yeah.
Yeah, that's the category. It's called LawTube. It all started with Ricada, so with him. But everyone else basically, because normally you pay a lawyer $250 an hour to give advice, or $500, you get it for free, basically.
Well, and he makes that in 5 minutes.
Yeah,
on that.
depends. A lot of good lawyers do it. There's a African American lady. I'm trying to remember her name. She does a lot of like kind of discussions, like live streams too. There's a few lawyers that have been on here that do very well. They get hundreds of thousands of views. You know, there's one
No,
lawyer.
it's not just the views. While you're sitting there watching them, like I watch Emily D. Baker a lot. And the whole time, I mean, like in an hour, you see the super chats are like one after the other after the other.
Yeah, my favorite one, I have to say, I gotta find the channel. Let me see. Because I haven't subscribed. Trying to find that law. Where is it? I have so many subscribers. It's not even funny. Where is it? It's like a New York lawyer. He's like literally does criminal law, and he's like just like talk shit about everything. Trying to find him.
There was a YouTuber that was a lawyer that never practiced, served time for being a big pimp in New York.
Oh yeah, it's called CLR Bruce Rivers. That's the one. He does a lot of videos. He's got 1 million subs. I watch his stuff a lot of times. He just does videos. He never does lives. Last time he did live was like 2 years ago. Just videos. He just talks about, like, for instance, like trending topics like the arrest of Fousey 2, Andrew Tate, stuff like that, like major cases like, you know, arrests or something like that. Just because he's been a criminal defense lawyer for like 20 years or something like that.
Yeah. Bama Beauty says Carly Russell was found guilty today.
Carly Russell got found guilty. I was laughing my ass off about that movie.
That was quick.
It was funny. I don't think I watched the movie. I just watched the trailer.
The movie is hilarious. They reenact the entire freaking her alibi. And like it was hilarious. I was laughing. It was worth the $2 to pay for that 48-minute movie just for that part.
Yeah. I might watch it, but I've only seen the trailer you put up, I think.
Yeah, it's funny. It's worth it. It's on Amazon. You can buy it for $2 to watch it for $2. It's worth it.
Yeah.
Okay, so she got like what is she charges? Carly Russell's facing misdemeanor charges. Where did you get the charges? Like she got convicted of? Let me see.
Yeah, Russell is appealing.
Good luck with that. You're pretty.
Yeah, she should just walk away and just say, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Now, you don't waste like hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not more, because you want to, you know, cause a ruckus. You get charged with something, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was quick.
Look at the chat. I am looking at the chat. I'm just seeing like where did you see that from? What channel? Like what?
She was sentenced to 6 months.
All right. Well, that's not too bad.
I'm surprised that she got that much.
Yeah, I'll be shocked, but like probably because like the story got so fucking big, and a lot of people got pissed off at her for that. Because she really did like fucking. She really had a lot of people worrying about her. There was a lot of conspiracies going around that you know she stumbled on like traffickers, like some sort of like secret trafficking, you know, and they caught her, and it got like all the conspiracy theories going on. That's why a lot of people were reporting that shit. Have you ever seen Jason Itzler, the guy that stares at the sun? He was the pimp attorney that became a live streamer. I know about the people that stare at the sun. I've never heard of that man.
Are they blind?
Well, no. What happens is that they believe the sun will cure them of things. Some of them even like do like butt tanning, where they take down their pants and they put their butts towards the sun, and they believe the sun will rejuvenate them through their butts.
Oh my god!
And it's like a butt tanning thing, and you know, so you got people. What do they call them?
Idiots.
Well, yeah, but sun something. I don't know. But yeah, those people,
butt sunning.
Yeah, but both people that just stare and stuff like that. Like
I hear everything.
Yeah, I always just like laughing because I'm just like thinking to myself, imagine if you get like a sunburn in your butt, and then you have to go to the bathroom.
It's gonna hurt.
Yeah, that's not gonna be good. I don't know details. I just saw on the local news TV was on mute. Could only read the ticket. Okay.
Smoky Blue Days, I see you over in AK Nation.
All right. Let me see if it's a recent story on YouTube.
I guess hopefully they do this in a private area. Yeah, Shannon has a weird playlist.
I watch a lot of things. Just say much. I used to watch a lot of people. Like there's a guy that thinks about eating rotten meat will cure him. He does that. I watched that guy. I saw that guy a couple of times. You know, so it's just like crazy people. You see a lot of crazy communities you have no idea about. Yeah, Bruce Rivers does do a lot of videos a lot. He's a really good YouTuber, and I like his opinions on Andrew Tate. I think he had the right call. You know, he explained it very well, and he was actually 100% right when it came to him. And I think Skeptic or something like that. There's a channel that kind of has an interview with the attorneys of the victims of Andrew Tate, and there's like 10 of them so far that they're claiming, and some in the UK and some in Romania. But yeah, he's going down, Andrew Tate. He is definitely going down for sex trafficking. He's done. His goose is cooked. So, sunbathing. No, not when you're showing your butt to the sun. Like I'm literally like they literally have their legs like they like you know like you like they like roll upwards and their butt is facing the sun and they like spread their cheeks and like they just basically let the sun go in. That's what they basically do on YouTube. I think it's on YouTube they did it. Yeah, I saw it on YouTube. Yeah, some crazy things on YouTube.
A sun enema.
Yeah, a sun enema. Okay. Just YouTube. Oh, what did they charge her with? Yeah. Yeah, the raw meat guy. Yeah. I feel like I see you all over the place. Let's see. Okay. Let's see.
Oh, Smokey, they do. He gets a lot of news stuff I like to watch.
I watch a lot of stuff. Let me see. Guilty.
I followed him for about, I don't know, 5 years.
Okay. Carly Russell found guilty in faked Hoover abduction. Judge recommends a year in jail and $18,000 restitution.
How much?
So, year in jail and recommends year in jail and $18,000 in restitution.
That's for Carly Russell?
Yeah. Carly Russell, 26, was found guilty by Hoover Municipal Judge for faking her own abduction. The ruling came after Russell pleaded not guilty to charges of false reporting to law enforcement authorities and falsely reporting an incident. Despite her plea, Municipal Judge Brad Bishop found her guilty based on the recommendation of state prosecutor. Bishop recommended 1 year in jail and $17,874 in restitution. He also recommended 2 fines of $831 each. Russell, holding her hands behind her back, fidgeting nervously as she entered her plea at about 2:14 p.m. In the municipal court, there is no jury trial. The Constitution allows anyone who faces jail time to have their own case heard and decided by the jury of their peers. Bishop explained that often defendants will appeal his verdict to Jefferson County Circuit Court to take the case to a jury trial. Russell, represented by her attorney Emery Anthony and Richard Jaffe, is appealing to the circuit court. Anthony said following Wednesday's hearing, they are appealing the verdict because state prosecutor wants Russell to serve jail time. Quote, there is no need of having trial here, knowing their position, end quote. Anthony said, we are stipulated and appealed the case and it will start anew in the Bismarck Circuit Court, end quote. Anthony said Russell's legal team completely disagrees with jail time for a Class A misdemeanor, especially when Russell's first offense. Quote, if you can find where someone was put in jail for that, bring the file to me and I'll look at it, end quote. Generally, they are not put in jail, end quote. Restitution, we don't disagree with that, but to lock her up and put her in jail, we disagree, end quote, he said. Russell was clearly nervous in the court on Wednesday as she stood before the judge. Quote, nervous is anyone that goes before a judge, end quote, Anthony said. I think she understands that what has happened. She has apologized. Well, if only sorry can cure everything, right?
Yeah. Right.
Sorry, guys, I lied and made
No,
people.
all the resources she used. No.
You know, like I was taught a lesson by my stepdad once a while ago, and it says, you know, sorry doesn't cut it all the time. Doesn't mean shit. Well, and I was told that when I was 18 years old. I was like, sorry means nothing. You know, doesn't fix anything. Nervous is anyone. Okay. I don't want her to have to break down, end quote. So we're handling her with kid gloves and making sure her mental state is just fine. That's why she did it. Anthony said that she's something that will eventually come to light. We're dealing with issues with Carly, and we want want the best for Carly. Anthony said, we realize mistakes was made, but we don't want just a pile on right now. Okay.
What did that guy get in Chicago? What was his Jesse Smollett? Did he get jail time?
Basically. Yeah, he did basically the same thing. I think he did get jail time. Jeffrey, Chicago.
Yeah, I think he got maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I just have to.
Yeah, taking it to trial. Yeah, costs more tax dollars.
Let me see. What did he get? Jesse Smollett sentenced to jail for false report of a hate crime. He was sentenced to 5 months in jail after being convicted last year of filing a false report.
Okay, so about the same.
We got your file, sir.
Yeah, here you go.
Here you go for Queen Bee. You got your file. Now you can read it, sir. Congratulations.
Yeah, and I don't, right, Cheyenne? I don't think, did he serve? I don't think he served his full time.
Let me see if he did serve his full time. How much time did he serve? Let me see. How much time did he
And then
serve?
what he did, I found even worse than what she did. Because
okay, so he served after serving 6 days. Yeah, so he served 6 days.
Yeah, bullshit.
Yeah, 6 days. Well, I mean, his career is completely tanked, so that's punishment probably. Like the guy tried to get clout. No one wants to ever touch this guy ever again, and he's fucking just a guy with a chip on his shoulder and an asshole now in Hollywood. So he's a dime a dozen. I'm glad that she was not actually kidnapped. I hope she's in a better place mentally. Yeah, I do too, and I think. But the problem is that you basically lied to a bunch of people, and you basically wasted a bunch of resources, and those resources could have done other things and helped other people. But whatever. Maybe a year is too long. Maybe at least 3 months or 2 months or something, or even a month. Be like, yo, think about what the fuck you've done, as an example. But you know, he's rich. Let me see. 2 days later, Russell showed up alone. Okay, that's just reiterating the old shit. Yeah, and it cost them a lot more than $18,000 to find to all the stuff they had to do. But whatever.
Okay, well, I'm going to hop down.
All right, you have a good one.
I don't know. You too. Tell Queen I said bye. Bye, everybody.
I will. No problem. Bye. All right. I don't know if Queen's around. I don't know who's up here. I just see this gentleman who is from the there's a blocking thing, so there's just a beehive. So I'm just me by myself in the beehive. I don't know if Queen's around. She's probably driving the car, doing cartel shit. Carly also stole from her workplace before the horror hoax. Yeah, I heard about that. People donated thousands of dollars to her parents. Wonder if they ever paid it back. Don't know. Do not know. Lock her up. Grain, we know you. We know your position, Grain. We know your position. He ruined his siblings' careers too. Yeah, Smollett did do that. No, I don't watch Foodie Beauty. No. I heard about it.
What's up? Did you need me, B Tim?
I think Heels jumped down. I don't know if anyone's else in the back chat. I don't know if you want to go into another story or not.
I don't know if she is, but I mean, I can jump off here for now. We've been on here like 3.5 hours or so.
Yeah, I think we have enough trouble.
You know,
I think we got into enough trouble.
Stuff done anyway. So yeah, I was gonna say we can jump back on later or something.
All right, no problem. It's good talking to you, Queen. You have a good one.
It's good talking to you too, man. I'll holler at you guys later.
All right, bye.
Bye. We'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for hanging out, y'all, and I'll catch y'all on the flip side. We'll try to jump on later. If not, tomorrow, I'll see you guys. I'll try to get on later tonight, but if not, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Talk to y'all later.